Welcome to today's presentation of Donkey Kong Bonanza, the Emerald Rush expansion. We haven't been back in quite some time since the previous monthly challenge event, and there's another one coming in today, this time entitled Ostrich Riches and set on the Forest Lair. I believe this is our 12th stream of Emerald Rush specifically, and there will be many more to come as the regular challenges come in. Usually it doesn't take me too long to figure out the monthly events as they go, but let's just do a little bit of a warm-up sail here first. Typically we need to shake off a little bit of rust, but we can get them in 1 or 2 attempts. And if we do finish relatively early today, as usual, we'll follow up with some additional pushes into the standard part of Emerald Rush on difficulty 5 and up, since we're still busily clearing out each layer in sequence and filling in the Void Company employee point card, which is not yet complete to the full 10k over on my file, although we're getting reasonably close. So given that it's going to be on the forest layer, I think the strong implication is that this event is going to be very Ostrich focused, but we don't exactly know yet if, first of all, that is the case, and secondly, if we're going to get that as one of our Bonanza draws right from the start in the first round. If we do need to make some adjustments after some initial failure, we'll do it, but we might stick with family dress for the time being. I mean, it is an Ostrich branded event. Maybe we can just take a bit of a risk here. Having unlocked the platinum dress last time, let me see, where was it? We would be looking at one of the hotel uniforms that would give us extended uptime on the Ostrich specifically, up to 80. That's assuming that we'll largely be running Ostrich in the event, and we're not exactly sure what the preset random seed or pool of perks is going to be just yet, so let's stick with this for the time being. We have traction for mud and snow because there is still a fair bit of mud in the forest layer that we'll be working around. Last time we streamed this, we did push difficulty 5 in the forest layer in the standard Emerald Rush, and so we're just keeping our outfit from whatever that setup was. This time around, though, we'll be looking at this event over here. And as you can see, we do have the Espresso statue as well as the corresponding Ostrich Bonanza. As far as what our regular progress has been so far, I'll just show that off quickly, because we're starting to fill in the final row of the point card here. It's usually just when we do the monthly events nowadays that I push a little further in it, typically on difficulty 5 in many cases. We've completed DK Island all the way from 1 to 7. We've done 5 in about half of what remains after that, I think. We still need to do, as far as I recall, Tempest Radiance Feast and maybe Canyon as well. Yeah, Canyon we haven't done 5 yet. But all of the ones that have had events take place on them, including the one that we're doing today, Forest, we have done at least 5 and up. Anyway, let's just get into it and learn the event. We'll have to just habituate ourselves to the controls at the beginning. I haven't really touched the game since the previous event a month ago. The next one is already known and scheduled. The one to follow this one will be after an even longer break. It's going to be about 6 weeks from now at the end of March, probably to work around the launch of the Super Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition, which is in late March and probably would cause a little bit of a collision. But let's take a look at the map and see what we're dealing with. As always, the events are tuned for just a medium difficulty 4 when it comes to the presets, but the actual objective that we'll have here is to go for the full cool million, which sometimes doesn't come together until the later rounds. That does mean that we have 10 rounds with the bananas being refreshed after 3 and 6, and I have to get used to that after playing so much of difficulty 5, where it's 15 rounds with refreshes after 5 and 10. So it's going to go quickly, and we'll see how much we can figure out right off the bat. So let's take a look. Yeah, as expected, you're given Ostrich immediately. And let's just get a lay of the land. Now, we have some other things available as well. We have Zebra available up here. And I generally haven't made too much use of Zebra. Now, that's interesting. 4 out of 5 Bonanzas are actually available right away. Snake over here, Kong over here. On Forest, in terms of just being able to get around, Snake might actually turn out to be pretty useful, but we don't exactly know where some of the synergies are going to take place just yet, so I think we just have to go with it and see what this event is really doing. The way that it's branded as Ostrich Riches, I suspect that there might be a lot of Ostrich-specific elements to the build that we'll have to keep in mind. So let's just go for the Ostrich right away, and then see where it goes from there. Okay. Yeah, it just gives it to you right at the beginning. Alright, Glide Groove. I guess if we just want to stay on Ostrich most of the time. Egg Bomb for that bonus. Now, the Egg Groove can stack up quite nicely over time if we get the Egg Bomb. I actually think I should look at the map first to see if we can pick it up naturally or if we do need to build towards it with chips. Egg Bomb is available just on top of the hotel. Which means we should probably work towards it. I guess it depends on how much gliding we plan to do with this. Because... yeah, this is a 0.08 per meter. But it does give you 2 levels. It looks like this is going to tend towards some kind of really egg-specific build. Let's take this, because we're going to be collecting some other things on the way up to the first Egg Bomb, and if we have another shot at Egg Roof, we'll take it, and then that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so the objective will be to make our way towards Egg Bomb. We can warp there immediately, but I'd rather save it for the first objective at 50 seconds, if we can. But there's not a lot to pick up along the way unless we know the fossil locations for now, so maybe we should actually take it, and then we can start gliding to other objectives from there. That might actually make a lot more sense. Yeah, just warp immediately and go for it now. I'm just trying to see if we have a better option for doing so. Having the Ostrich Bonanza right away means that we can technically fly over. I think what we'll do is we're just going to go for the fast charge quickly and see how we're doing in terms of fossils. I'm getting into serious trouble already. That's... okay, no, hang on. What a terrible start. Okay, I don't have muscle memory for this game anymore. Let's not lose everything here, given that we're not even over quota for first round. And let's just go into the climb. However, we'll get some fossils. Level 3 on the Egg Groove, I think we obviously get that. Fast Flight might be interesting. But I think we're going to take it now, and we'll go up to the egg. Okay. What a disastrous start. Yeah, I just need to get our jump buttons back in order. Hang time beat. Well, I mean, if you're floating above and dropping eggs, that would naturally multiply. Yeah, let's go for it. And let's see, we'll need to whack this one here. Come on. I think this is a good time for Fossil Radar, actually, just to get it going quickly. And then... oh, this is one of these. Okay. Hang on. Was not expecting it. Okay, that's fine. Got it. We should actually get into the ostrich so we can start floating, maybe. But we don't have enough energy to do it, so... Whoa, no, wrong way. Just jumped off completely. That was terrible. But that's okay, we can get up there and grab it again. Yeah, this has been a terrible start. Just... seeing. And Mario, we are not going to be done with Bonanza for a very long time, given that there is this regular monthly challenge event. We come back for the event every time, and we're actually not even fully done with the standard Emerald Rush in terms of filling in the employee point card. We're quite close, a couple of big runs away, but eventually I'll want to push up to difficulty 7 on everything, which we've so far only done with DK Island, so there's lots and lots to do. Well, let's continue stacking this for now. This has been, again, a disastrous start. We have 20 seconds left, and we actually don't really have enough cash on hand to get over quota. Let's just smash some things, and at least that gets me something. Yeah, it's too bad we lost a big chunk very early on. And then, yeah, I'm in great peril, actually. We might just fail on the first round on the first attempt here, which I've never actually had happen before. But let's grab some of this emerald here at least, and maybe that'll get us slightly over the line. So, yeah, hang time's going to go well. We do need to just generally collect more emerald to have enough power for the ostrich, though. Kind of like the idea of taking fast flight, though. That's... okay, we made it just barely over the line. Now, since we have the ability to warp quickly, we'll do it. And we'll climb out of here and get out on top for Egg Bomb, which we need immediately. This has really not been a model start at all. Just exactly the kind of thing that happened when we just haven't played this game in too long and didn't take the time to warm up on the controls first. But let's get up here and grab the bomb, and then we can start scaling things up. It's only the first bomb here. Defeat with the egg bomb, drop it lots. Let's go for it. We are not really fighting enemies here yet, but we'll go for the turf surf. Now, we do not currently have surf for taking a turf surf on water. Do we have the chips that would get me that, though? Yes, we do. I think we need to get surf so we can get a surf going on top of poison. It's kind of necessary if we're getting the first objective, so... let's float down, though, and start taking some of this stuff. Maybe. I mean, lots of fossils on the way down as well, but... okay. Yeah, we need to glide, essentially. Whoop. Alright, and then... better start surfing. Hang on. Yeah, we'll just go bananas for the time being and get barely over the line until we get a lot of multipliers going. We haven't dropped a bomb at all so far, so we really do need to start doing that. Just glide it and drop the bomb along the way and scale that up even just randomly, perhaps. Yeah, more emerald ore will appear. That's kind of a general buff. It's not just based on defeating enemies. So when we don't have a defeating enemies objective or munchoids out in the wild that we're going to target, this is naturally the thing that we want to scale once we actually start using a bomb. So let's continue to go down and grab more bananas at least. I mean, we can do a bit of additional flotation. What's this? Better collecting. Yeah, let's... oh, no, I don't have enough cash here. Okay, and then... there we go. Kind of important. Now, let's see. We'll go down towards the drumbeat here. Then, where was that? That was down the next layer. And yeah, we'll just drop the bomb every time. Just drop it as much as possible to get the multiplier going. Burden hearts. Well, I mean, we're staying low, yes, but I don't know if that's really a great idea so far. We'll want to improve the glide distance for sure as one of our next priorities. Yeah, let's just go for general movement because we're just not fighting very much at the moment. What am I doing for chips? We really need to get the reward for next chip bonus because then I can start building into glide. We actually haven't even built into the glide, so we're not even getting the benefit of that bonus just yet. And yeah, we might as well. Okay. We'll actually have to actively hunt some of the munchoids when we can. They are all over the place in this layer. I just haven't really gone for them yet, but if I can scout out where some of them are, we'll do that. And then, yeah, we'll just basically use it whenever possible. Okay. Then let's just surf. Let's find out what our destination will be for this. And go over fast charge. I don't really know that it'll help what we're doing with Ostrich, though. We should actually get into some of this territory here and go fossil or... Yeah, right now this has really been a mess, but... Let's just surf this way, perhaps. And just try to get the objective. And then that gets us over the line for quota, at least I think. Yeah, because then we start improving Egg Groove and stacking it. And... Okay, now... Oh, here's a Munchoid. So we drop a bomb on it, and look at that. That's nice. Okay, that's how you do it. You bomb the Munchoids, and then that's the build. We actually didn't even use the warp that time. Yeah, so we just keep on jumping whenever possible. Now, we're already on level 3 rather, so if we want to get any other bonanzas, we need to get it now. But the thing is, I don't know that we want to, because we'll be stacking the bomb constantly. We might want Snake for movement, because Snake plus Ostrich is a great combo. If we do that, then we'll absolutely want to port down here for Snake. We have cleared most bananas up here, though, at this point. So it might actually make a certain amount of sense to port down to the grow tone and then zip back up. Let me think about how we're going to do it, just to target Snake. It may actually make more sense to go Snake first, then go down, and then go for the objective. Because then we don't need to worry too much about whether we're hitting it accurately. Go here so we can grab the fossil.
Should we go there?
Okay. Now, back here. Yeah, basically whenever we can scale the egg, we'll do it. And then we will be getting into a fight soon. But let me think about that and then. Do we go Fearless Flyer or Hang Time Beach? So let's go Fearless Flyer for now, just in case we... Yeah, we want to get a couple of different multipliers essentially going. And we have the chips, we need to get the improved glide, for sure. Yeah, let's scale a couple of them evenly just to stack them nicely. We're only at 10 chips right now. We do need 15 for the next thing. We can go for fossils first on the way down. The idea, though, is that we're going to go down there for the objective next. And then... Oh. How do I... Oh, yeah, it's down here. Okay, that's fine. Then we get double fossil over here. At least we had a location for some of the munchoids in the upstairs, and you just jump over the munchoids and whack them. So if we can do that on a somewhat regular basis, just go back to the munchoid locations, then we can really take them out. But I think we want to scout out more of the munchoid locations before we really overcommit to that. Let's go for this first. Oh, we actually get both of them going here. Let's take both now. Okay, now more fossils up top here. I think we should just go for it. Oh, except I don't have Ostrich going. It's fine. Let's get up here. And then drop some more bombs. We want the second barrel. Yes. And then just whack all of these. Light Groove will scale eventually, but let's go mid-air. Then scale with the bombs. So now we go down and go for objective, I think. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Where am I facing? Wrong way. It's this way. Actually, hang on. If we just defeat this... Oh, no. Too bad. Yeah, notice that the egg bomb does kind of drop you. And then, let's get some more... Oh, we already have energy. Okay, so let's dive. Okay, Brambleness Bug. We should go for the juice when we can. I can't quite see how to reach it. That's okay, we'll just keep on going. So, yeah, we absolutely have to go for the bomb. Okay, punch it, and then jump it. There we go. It's not really giving me as much as I hoped. That one there. I didn't see our percentage bonus on it just yet. Okay. Yeah, not really on pace for that million just yet, but let's... I see a munchoid location up ahead. We're going to go for it and we'll just kill it. We'll bomb it out of existence. Look at that. Yeah, 570 on that one. Look at that. We have a huge bonus just from that one kill. That's the way to play it. Just bomb everywhere. And I'm kind of liking the munchoid strategy, actually. It's just that we need reliable locations to go for. In fact, we should remember where that was so we can go back to it later. Just keep stacking this. And I have my... There we go. Our time with the ostrich is almost done here, but let's keep going. Yeah, because that will scale even when we don't have uptime on the ostrich. So. Okay. A couple of enemies here. We'll mess with that in just a little bit here. Let's see what I can build towards with the chips. So multiple egg bombs are obviously better. But we want to go for glide for the fast glide and distance. But we will want to prioritize more bombs very soon, I would think. Okay, you know what? Okay, let's jump down. We need to kind of go for them again. And just try to take out as many of these as we can. If we can bomb some of them out of existence. It's not really going for me so far, though. Yeah, it's not quite working out the way I hoped. However, we've got lots to work with over here. Okay, we need some punch power here at some point as well. That's been a bit of a limitation. Okay. More fossils, let's just go for it. We need to... Oh, won't be able to get through that. Hang on. That's what snake's for. That's exactly why you take snake. Because you need movement. Let's continue to scale glide here. Notice that you don't get hearts at all, so maybe hurting heart isn't even too bad an option here. We're about to lose a lot of stuff here when it comes to remaining time. I'm going to see if I can warp here and go for the better flutter, actually. I didn't watch the time carefully enough to plan for that. Because we've got 8 seconds to go for it. It's up here. And I break in time. No. Missed it. There we go. No, got it. Yeah, because everything's about to re-roll, so we needed it. 3 levels in that groove. Yeah, we're taking that. Okay. Actually, no, we're on round 5, so the next reload's after 6. We already had a refresh. I wasn't paying much attention. Let's continue going for it. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Let's go for this. See what we're dealing with here. Actually need to start going for more defeats, I think. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? 19 chips, we still need 1 more. And then... well, we've got a couple of barrels here. Oh, elephant's available. I don't know that we'll want elephant for this one. Elephant's great and has gotten me through so much, but... yeah, we go health. I mean, we're not really going for a hurting heart strategy as such. Oh, we just need to hit a checkpoint. I wasn't even paying attention to the objective here. This is just the most trivial objective, and I was totally not looking at it. Well, this is a warp barrel location, though. Let me think about... what do we want to take it up, or... you know what? Let's take it. I remember the checkpoint on top here. Marsh Plume Marsh. If there isn't, but we'll get a bunch of the bullion here. We can go for the fossil on this side. Just keep stacking at groove. And punch power, yeah, we need that actually. That's kind of necessary. And then... oh, that's if you do the escort, though. And I don't even know if it's first escort or second escort for this one. That could be tricky, because you need to throw the fruit to go for it. I don't know if we have the time to work with that right now. Might not be worth the time. There is a quick way to do it, but I'm maybe not able to piece that together on extremely short notice. So, what we should do... I don't remember what the checkpoints are here. Well, I mean, we could just hit the checkpoint fork and then go fossils around it. We don't know where the next objective will be, though, so we should prioritize it based on where nearby bananas we want to go for will be. Since we're not taking Hurting Heart, it's too bad we can't block it in this mode, but it may make sense to... Oh, go for Punch Power here, actually, but I don't remember if that's something also objective-based. It might be. I remember sometimes I have trouble catching whatever that is. Let's head to checkpoint and just sweep the area from up here, I think.
Should we go there?
Yeah, we'll grab this one first.
You scored a skill.
Don't even need Zebra, but that's okay. And we'll take 3 levels in Fearless Fire. That's kind of the obvious thing to do. We need to fight more stuff, though. Let's not forget to hit the checkpoint for the objective. Okay, now there's one down below us. I don't remember how to get that. That's on the ceiling below. Which actually tells me I want Snake, maybe? And then... Oh, yeah, no, it's using the root, I think. Or... Oh. Okay, I can't get it. But we'll take the chips and go for more egg bombs. Absolutely messed us up, but that's okay. Yeah, I can't remember how to get this one. It's if you cling all the way up top, but then if you go double snake against it, can I actually catch where that is? I think you actually... Whoop, hang on. Implicitly, I can't see anything. Need to... Yeah, smash the emerald lumps at 601. Yeah, I can't remember how to get this one quickly. So that was a bit of a mess. But since we have a few seconds left in the warp, let's just go for the objective. We haven't had a fighting enemies objective in a while, and that's a bit of a problem. We need to roll objectives until we do, so we can get some more direct combat. Let's go here. Maybe we'll snipe elephant quickly.
Should we go there?
Bit messy. Okay. Yeah, oh, hang on. Wrong button. I was trying to go. Double bomb over here. Well, we'll bomb as much as we can. I want to kill some more munchoids at some point, but let's go for this. Then go down towards elephant if we can. Okay. Yeah, we can actually defeat some things here, like 162 here, you see. And maybe snake back out. We don't really need elephant necessarily, but we'll take it here anyway. Elephant's great for picking up fossils. Yeah, the thing is we're getting so little combat in here. I think we... What is that punch power one all the way down there? Oh, no, that's the one with the... Fragmentone escort. So we probably don't want to go for that one right away. Smash some thorns. Actually, you know, we can just smash some thorns here. We're in your right location, and in fact, this is exactly what elephant's good for. 46 remaining. Let's just go for more. And then where are more thorns? Down here. I guess we'll go for that. Okay. Here we go. That's the objective. Let's not fall into the poison. And then... And Buzzoids, rather. Yeah, we'll fly over them and bomb them if we can. They're a bit hard to hit, but it makes sense to approach them high if we can. Does mean I should go for this, and go up, hit some of this stuff, then go down towards them. Maybe. Just trying to find the best way to do that.
Should we go there?
And Ilari Music, you're asking for Toadette. It's a theoretical option. I mean, Pauline has some costumes that get her close enough to some of Toadette's roles in previous games, I guess. And welcome back, Ilari. It's been a while. Hope you've been well. We'll just continue the egg stack here. We need other multipliers to go with it. That's important, but we'll wrap around here and get everything we can. And, okay. And yeah, it's been a minute since you could catch a night stream. That would explain why we've been a little out of sync of late, but we're glad to have you back. And yeah, I've been doing great. I've been still continuing to run a fairly regular schedule this year, just with a couple of different games. So. Now, at this point, we do need to go for that Buzzard objective sooner or later. I guess this is the kind of stretch where Zebra would have been useful, but let's go for some of the objectives up here first. And go snake up. Just to smash that. And we'll go for Fearless still in case we miss something. But down here, we should be able to just punch through. You know what? Let's go Elephant. I like to know some of this stuff. You've seen very little of this game, so don't spoil anything. Yeah, so I'm doing the monthly challenge in the Emerald Rush expansion DLC, so this isn't going to spoil anything in terms of story. It might show you a few of the powers that come in the late game, but it's essentially a semi-random mode, although the monthly challenge has a couple of presets to it. But I'm essentially replaying one of the levels in the early to middle game under vastly different conditions for a score attack challenge. So it's not going to spoil too much at all about the full experience at all, and I do recommend that you get to it at some point because Bonanza on the whole is just phenomenal. Okay, so yeah, let's go for this because we're about to fight. And then that's going to re-roll, but then we go for the objective. Now, we're nowhere close to that 1 million right now. I don't know where that's going to come from necessarily, but we need to get fighting. Now, we do have a couple of things re-roll here now, so that's good, because then we can continue the bombardment. That's down below, though. I don't think we'll necessarily get to that unless we drop in now and tunnel over. Okay, that works. And we'll continue going Fearless Fire on this one. How are we doing for chips? We're doing alright. I think we absolutely go for the third bomb at the moment. And where's that barrel? Then we can continue to glide as the Ostrich to get over to the fight. Actually, we need Snake for this, and then we start bombing. And missing every single bomb. Come on. There we go. That hits. Only a 350, that's not very much, actually. I was hoping for a lot more. Okay. $364 over there. Yeah, no, we can do a lot better than that. This isn't scaling as well as I'd like just yet. We'll go for more Munchos when we can, but right now we just need as much as I can get of anything. Now we are going to get pretty close to that 80k objective soon. We'll get better collecting over here, and then we'll continue fighting because we clearly need more fights. And Alora, you're saying it's crazy to watch a stream of a 6-month-old game and ask for no spoiler. Has it really only been out 6 months? I've spent so much time on this game, and I've also played so much since I played the original campaign for it. It feels like it's been around in my life so much longer. It didn't even occur to me it was that recent at this point. Now, let's think about this. Yeah, we don't want to be too single-minded about stacking the egg groove. I think we do, well, another 2.5 type by 60 at this point. It's okay. I think we need more multipliers to go with it, though. Yes, some of this stuff is starting to stack nicely. So Rolliscoids are going to be over here. That's fine. Maybe we should have taken Zebra. We have 2 warps. How we're doing for time? 34 seconds. I think we just take a warp.
Should we go there?
Can we get a higher one? This one here, yeah. And then we'll just drop on top of them. It came out at mid-July, yeah. I do remember vividly. I was cramming the campaign at a time in advance of some travel in August last year. And then... there we go. Rolliscoid down, maybe? Okay. Got some percentage points off of that, at least. I hear a ding-ding-ding for... oh. Yeah, I do need to punch him initially first, just to get some, and that, unfortunately, dropped so much of the emerald way out of position. It's okay. We at least have a bit of a collection buff here. Let's see if we can get the next objective to come up. Also, I'm really way down in health. Maybe I should have taken Hurting Heart. Oh, next one is Rolliscoids in 601. Let's go down to 601. And unfortunately, I am going to probably take too much damage soon. But we will port first. We need some apples. If possible. Do we go for the snake buff first? Meteor Punch? I think we should. So yeah, clearing the challenge at this point, or at least clearing the rounds, is not in question. What is in question is whether we can scale up to that 1,000,000, and I do not feel like I'm on pace at the moment. Even with a lot more bombardment. You basically need to be bombing constantly, I think. So, well, I mean, sure, at this point, you know, we've got low health. Let's just take it. Just out of desperation. And then, where is the enemy? Is it over here? Okay. We punch it. Then we glide, and oh, nope, missed. Ah, missed. I missed the whole multiplier there because I lost the Ostrich at the last possible moment. That's a huge loss there, actually. That could have gotten me a gigantic buff. Oh well. Now, what's going to scale better at this point is just working out some mental arithmetic. Maybe we need a more focused build in terms of picking which one of those multipliers to take, but let's stall and wait for the next objective. Defeat the Stompoids. Where are the Stompoids? Back to 600. We have 2 warps, so I think we take it. We need the objectives at this point. I want to approach from above, but that's okay. The Stompoids need an initial hit anyway, so we'll do that. Then we'll go snake to jump them. I think. That should be the best way to do it. Where's my Stompoid? Okay. Don't finish it yet. Hang on. Okay. Except it's going to go way out of position. Can't collect it. Let's see if I can approach. I'm on very low health, though, so I don't want to mess around with the poison too much. Yeah, we just lost so much there. We are over 100k. I don't think I got collected. It'll just disappear to me. Too bad. But we'll go for some bananas, perhaps, just to Put things up a little bit. Nope. Bad idea. Bad call, actually. We lost like 20k off of that. That was terrible. Yeah. Thought I could get more height there. That was an absolutely disastrous call. Okay. And we lost a hurting heart buff now too, so. Defeat Stompoids in 601. I think we just go for it. We need to start rushing the objective a bit. It's been a bit difficult to set up the Ostrich plays here. But then, since we're here, maybe we should do a little bit of fossil clears first, if we can. Collect with the eggs whenever we can. Okay. Alright. Oh, nope. Let's hit that again. That was tricky to play around. Yeah, no, I can't catch any of that stuff. We need to probably port out soon. I think we should just take the port. Yeah, go for the objective. We can port back here later if need be. Been a bit of an unfocused approach to this. However, if you go Eggshell Hotel next... No, we want to go closer. Take advantage of the rubber. It's going to be on this side. Hang on. Now we go low to rubber. Yeah, this is probably not going to make a million, but we'll... However, we got Munchoids, and that'll at least get me 5,000 multiplier. I think we need to kill more Munchoids. That's actually looking like it's the real strategy here. Alright, bomb it. 700, okay, that's fine. Now, we have enough rounds that if we can hunt Munchoids, this might be viable. Might just be viable. Yeah, let's go for some health here. Oh no, that's a challenge. Okay, so let's see, what are we going to do instead? Yeah, it's just that we kind of need to know the Munchoid locations because I don't know what their timing is for coming back into play. Bramble Nest Bog, Small Stump. Let's warp to it. Just smash it now. Maybe go for better collecting up here so we don't have so many issues. Have I ever considered voice acting or narration in audiobooks? I've been asked that before, actually. That might be a fun thing to do. But I don't have any kind of acting background. I've got a public speaking background, but it's not performance. But people apparently fall asleep to my stream often enough. In a good way. So they tell me. That maybe I should be giving that more careful consideration. Alright, so it's going to be a lump. It's not going to be an enemy objective, but we need to go for it anyway. Let's get glide to continue. Drop some bombs. And continue to scale it. We should actually still keep going Munchoids, if I can find them. But I don't know that I can find them. Don't know the map well enough. Oh, here's one. Well, here's one, so let's just take it. Then. Okay. And they're easy to hit with bombs, too. Like, you get 8,000 or so. Look at that. That got us up to 300k. Now, what round are we on right now? We're on round 9. I don't know if this strategy will get me far enough to get over the line, but if we keep at it, make the bridge seed grow a vine, yeah, we'll see if we can look for one. But if we can just hunt Munchoids in the wild without paying attention to the map objective at this point, it actually will work. But I need to know what the locations are. And I don't know it well enough. really go for that consistently. A bridge seed location. I don't know that we have one down here, actually. I might want to port back up top to where we know there's a seed. And take it from there. Let's go close to where we know there are things to collect, perhaps. There are definitely... Actually, you know what? The bridge seed synergizes with the fragmentone objective. Yeah, we can do it. That's a little ways off anything we can use, though. And again, we really just need to hunt munchoids. Like, that's going to get me over the line more than anything. But I just don't remember the locations well enough. I think there was one down here in this general area. That's where we are right now, actually. There was one back in the rubber area. If I can find it and hunt it down, I'd like to go for it a second time. There are some that I think are in the middle area here. It may make sense. We know that there's a bridge seed in this general area. If we go for that and maybe find a munchoid along the way.
Should we go there?
What's the max you can score in this event? There's no max. You can max out like a 9... I think it's 10 million minus 1, or it's 100 million minus 1. I think it's 10 million minus 1, so basically 7 digits of 9s. That is what usually maxes out. Now, for the event, you only need to get over 1 million to get the best prize. And we'll be replaying this again today until we can get 1 million. I think I'll be just short this time, just given the remaining time and not being able to find where the munchoids are. But let's see what we can do. Grab some chips. Maybe we can improve some of this. Improve glide. And you know what? Let's actually pump this a little bit. We'll go for the glide. But we also need to punch. Yeah, we need a lot more uptime on the Ostrich itself. So if we can do that, we might be able to get out of here. And also defeat some other stuff, if I don't miss completely. Give me a bomb. Come on. I didn't even see the percentage on that, but you know what? Let's just defeat more enemies with bombs here if we can. Just punch them out. Yeah, that gives you a decent bonus, not as much as munchoids will. Munchoids are the only enemy bonus we see, though. But if we just fight stuff on the field, I think that's the best idea at this point. So it's not endless. It gives you a finite number of rounds, but the high score is uncapped, essentially, until you max out the counter. And people do it on a fairly regular basis. Like, it's very doable if you just have a good build. Which currently I do not. I need to find a bridge seed if I can. I need to find munchoids if I can. Just don't see the location right now. And then, yeah, we see a bunch of these guys, but not the one I want. Then, yeah, I'm just not able to put this one together, I think. I don't know the locations well enough. Now, yeah, Egg Groove is maxing out at 99, so we should actually get some of the other multipliers going. We don't need to bomb everything everywhere at this point. It is capping at 99. Let's go for hang time. Now, yeah, at this point I'm kind of looking ahead to just scouting the locations I can so we have it ready for the next attempt, because if I knew the munchoid locations better, we would have this down by now. Unfortunately, I just don't. More enemies here that we can deal without. Maybe we need to go back to old locations. Oh, we need the bridge seat objective first, though, do we? I don't know that we have time at this point. We've got 30 seconds. We're not going to beat it, but... I think we go back to the known locations, and that might be the best way to do it. There was definitely one in this area.
Should we go there?
And yeah, I'll catch up in a chat in just a little bit. I'm going to see if I can get this objective done first. Now, the fossil is actually a bit of a waste of time at this point. We need to find a Munchoid location. Where is it? This one? No. But surely they come back after a certain cooldown. I just don't see it. Again, it's just a map knowledge issue for the strategy. Yeah, I've got nothing done in the last little stretch here. Round 10 was actually a bit of a disaster because I need to find the Munchoids and we don't have one. That's the thing, the Munchoid strategy works. It clearly has enough going for it to get me over the million, but we need to know the locations, and we don't know the locations, we can't do it. And yeah, Laura, you said some people minimax to hell and back, like there's going to be someone who's stupid good for no reason. Oh, for plenty of reason. Practice and preparation. But yeah, I think it's a good sign, you know, if you're not the person who's going to be pushing the top layer of expertise itself, is still a good sign for a game that kind of thing can be done, right? That it has the depth that's able to sustain that. So anyway, the build was not dreadful apart from some of the awkwardness in the early rounds and too much damage in the early rounds as we're shaking things off. The issue was not being able to actually find the Munchoids to take advantage of the multiplier that we got, which maxed out at about 9,200, as you can see. If we found really just 3 more of them on the map and took out 3 of them with bombs, then we would have been done. But I couldn't find the locations. And I don't know that I'll remember the locations well enough from that previous run. We might have to scout the forest layer a little bit before the next attempt. I think we'll also change the costume to the Ostrich specific one, which again is maybe the closest thing to a Toadette costume in this game. So, could have done better. But we'll redo it until we get that million. At least, well, on a scouting attempt, at least we know what is available in this challenge. And going for the egg bomb strategy, I think, clearly works. We just need more of the multipliers to go with it. We could have done worse. Yeah, I'm reasonably experienced in this mode at this point, but definitely not a top player by any means. We've often, with these monthly challenge events, gotten them on the first or second try, but sometimes you do need to shake things off and relearn the level a little bit. Let's just make a few minor optimizations here. I might actually want to scout the forest layer first and identify the Munchoid locations. So we at least know what we're going for. But maybe we'll give it a second crack first, and if we're still falling short, then we'll go for that. But if I'm going for the Munchoid strategy, it makes sense to just know what we're doing. The other thing we could do is that when we're running it, I could also, well, either mark the map or I don't know what the kind of respawn logic for the Munchoids is in that challenge, whether they do come back at all or rather how quickly they come back between rounds. Because we mark the locations and remember them, then we can go for that strategy. But we want that initial route to be more or less the same. Ostrich followed by Egg Bomb first. And we're going to get Pauline into the forest outfits. So yeah, here's the Toadette costume that was requested in chat, or at least the closest thing to it with this plum forest color. Close enough. I mean, there's also the other one where she just wears a mushroom burger on her head. That might work too, but that's okay. Let's do this. And we'll go for another round. So yeah, 400k on the first round. Again, we stalled in round 10 because I couldn't find a Munchoid, but at that point I was getting about 150k to 200k per Munchoid, and so the strategy works. We just need to build towards it a little more deliberately and know the locations. Yeah, it's essentially the Burger Toad. Close to it. I actually love the Toad and Toadette racing helmets. Those beautiful shiny racing helmets in Mario Kart World. Because those characters specifically, I think, came out the winners in the helmet game. Yeah, as you were saying, they're the only pro racer outfits you like. They are the best ones. They are the best ones. There's something about that texture and sheen on those helmets and just the scale of it on their heads as well, protecting their soft, mushy heads. Okay, so yeah, the event has a preset for the different bonuses that spawn in terms of where you find them, so we can plan a reliable route. This is not the case when you're playing standard Emerald Rush, where every round is random. Fully random. But here it is an event with presets, so we go for Ostrich first. And probably Egg Bomb second. This is the same choice that we had early on last time. The earlier we go for Bomb, the better, but we do need to pick up Bomb first. I think we port directly up to Bomb and just take it right away. Let me find my map. Yeah, we can mess around here and take the long way, but I don't think we will. I think we'll go straight for it. Also, if we get the Bridge Seed objective later on, the best way to do it is to start in our initial location here. That's when you have the most that are available for the different throwing locations. We really ignored objectives for too long last time and therefore didn't get enough combat on the map, which was a very limiting factor. Now let's just climb. Also, we absolutely want Ostrich to combo with Snake. That's a priority. So we can get down to it. We'll go Bomb, and we'll start dropping them where we can. Okay. And, yeah, we'll glide down and go for some of this stuff immediately, perhaps. Where was Snake again? Snake was on this layer. That connects, actually, to this location. So we can just drop down there instead of taking the barrel. If we want. But I think we'll go for this first. Oh, nope, no energy. Alright, then let's just jump down and smash some stuff. You know what, let's just go for that fossil. Oh, we actually should have turned into Ostrich before going for that. Okay. Look at that, struck it dead on. Then we'll want the second barrel. And grab a chunk in Surf Surf. Oh yeah, this is why we got Surf Surf last time. Although, if we don't get Surf Surf, we can just do this one at the bottom layer. Let's grab this first. You're saying the soundtrack slaps? It absolutely does. It's a wonderful soundtrack. You haven't even heard the Zebra song yet, which we haven't been taking Zebra in this round, and and you might not get a chance, but when you play the full game, you'll know what I'm talking about. And yeah, let's get this stacked up early. So eventually when we hit Munchoids, we'll just pick up a whack load at once. Now, if we can go for Drum Beat, that would be great. There's some reason I just completely missed it and whiffed last time, but... let's get grounded, and then that way we can just drop some of this stuff consistently, go for a fossil as well. And just continue stacking egg for the time being until we have made our way down. Okay. There we go, there it is. Yeah, the soundtrack you're listening to right now is specific to the Emerald Rush Challenge. This lovely big band track backing it all, but the quality of it is very much in line with the rest of the game in terms of what you can expect. It is an incredible soundtrack, even by the standards of a series known for many incredible soundtracks. We want to stack Glide Groove as soon as possible. I haven't really been stacking that necessarily, but we want to build up the bonus while we can. And just get as much going early on, so we have a couple of multipliers that will work in tandem. Now, where am I going here? Oh, we want to drop some bombs on these guys. We want to go down for that snake eventually. Let's not neglect the snake. It's better start in the disaster we saw it last time, at least. Oh, maybe not. And yeah, we need to whack some of these guys. I'm not going to do it here. Hang on. Yeah, this has not been great, actually. Let's just skip them. Go for that collecting, which is what I was here to do anyway. You're saying Nintendo does seem to be going all in with the music. They've always been fantastic with music, but making everything live has made their soundtracks pop so much. Yeah, that steady movement towards that has happened ever since the first Super Mario Galaxy. But definitely it was in the early Wii U era with both Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario 3D World that I think we really started hearing its impact of the in-house band on everything. But yeah, Nintendo's music team has just reliably shown up. Now, let's see about this. We'll continue going at group for something. We do need to do the turf surf at some point, just to roll objectives, but maybe we go down to grab Snake first, and then we'll do it. Just roll around here. That's not Snake. This is Snake. There we go. I think it might be better if I port at this point, since we have the second barrel. And let's just continue Fearless Flyer for the moment. We'll lose Ostrich in just a moment here, but we'll see what we can do. There will be a fossil available, and we'll have that. And continue going for the general buff on the egg. Now, what was I even doing here? Oh, yes, I wanted to do a turf surf if we can. Yeah, and then we don't need to spend points on surf necessarily. Whoop. But let's get rid of a soft patch here and just cover the rest of that distance. Whoop. Let's not hit that. Oh, here's something. Oh, I should have taken Fossil Radar there, actually. If it comes back, we'll take it. I don't know the fossil locations well enough to not take Fossil Radar. We'll get the Munchoids stack up now, because then we can have a huge bonus in the late game when we approach some of them. Oh, should have gotten softer ground here. And yeah, wasted a little too much time here, I think, but we got the objective. We got 10 chips, which we'll probably spend on bombs, I think. Okay, what's the next goal? Let's try to get a combat goal going. Rolliscoids. That's going to be on 602. We will dive in through here. What can we get first? Let's go for it. I really should have gotten Fossil Radar, but that's okay. We don't really need to go for Kong, but we'll... You know what? What was I saying? We want an additional bomb. Maybe we should have gone for Clyde first, but it's okay. We'll just drop a bomb every time it's on cooldown. And go for the roll squads down here. Where are they? Down here. And Nintendo made a roguelike experience like this before. Yes, and I'm going to answer that more clearly in just a moment because I definitely know of an example. I just can't bring it to mind while I'm in the middle of playing. But the answer is yes. I'm just trying to think back to what I'm thinking of. That's like jogging my memory at the back of my mind. Splatoon, Side Order. Splatoon 3 Side Order, which is a great roguelike in its own way. I spent a lot of time with it. But let's see here. We'll start building that egg bomb bonus. We need more synergies. Yeah, but this one is really unique in that you really get a complete sense of what you can do with 3D platforming in this mode. In that this is really just a celebration of all the mechanics that are possible in this game, where you get to express them in a lot of ways that you're never really pressed to do in the main game. Kind of like with people playing the balloon mode in Super Mario Odyssey, right? That they get a chance to show off all the tricks that were always possible in the game, but which they didn't necessarily have a reason to master up until that point. Do we go for the apple juice here? I can't quite see how to do it. We can do a bit more bombardment, but it might be better to hit checkpoint first. And I can't remember what the objective was after this. You know what? I might even go down here for this, then we can go sonar and zebra. No, that's not a checkpoint though. Let's go over to this one. This is where we totally messed up last time, actually. I'm just trying to see what I want to sweep here. We do have 2 warp barrels available, so I've got lots of choice. Let's go to the top location and
Should we go there?
hit this. Yeah, I found that in recent memory, I've actually liked single-player Splatoon more than the multiplayer game. I've kind of seen my fill of the multiplayer game in some ways, but Octo Expansion in 2 was absolutely fantastic. One of the really great Nintendo 3D platformers of the Switch era, I think, and often doesn't get talked about enough in that respect. But Side Order is also just tons and tons of fun once you really get a sense of what it's all about. And it runs beautifully on Switch 2 as well. It's one of those where the performance boost on Switch 2 was very, very noticeable. Alright, let's continue with the egg groove stack. We haven't been doing that as much as before this time, but we'll tap the checkpoint, and then let's see if we can go for either of these while we still can. And then we'll go for the lumps objective after that. Yeah, lots of possibilities over here. It was in here. There we go.
You scored a skill.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Splatoon, I think, has this issue where I find that in terms of game design, the ranked modes are so much better than the base Turf War. But the ranked modes are also where you definitely sometimes feel like you're having other players just run around you all the time and show off how much more experienced you are. I mean, I guess the purpose of the ranked mode is at least to put you partly with people who are in your same condition, but at this point, the game has been around long enough that even at lower levels, people have really ground out their gear and everything. And it's okay, it's still fun. It's more that, you know, I only have so much time to balance out different multiplayer possibilities at once, and that has fallen by the wayside with time. Now, we can probably snake up here to the zebra point if we really want to, but Lost Blue Marsh entrance, we can... I think we probably want to chase objectives instead. Like, I don't need the zebra so much in this one. We got one warp. How much time do we have on a warp? 50 seconds. Do we take it? Or do we go to long way? The long way's pretty long at this point. I think we port. We need to roll objectives, so... I also need to get that fossil radar. We shouldn't have skipped it earlier. But let's just jump up and whoop, snake and do some things for me here. Yeah, I had connection problems there for a long time as well. What we were saying, fossil radar, yeah, we'll take it. I generally have my Switch 2 and wired internet now, so the problem isn't as bad as it used to be, but I did used to get kicked for disconnections on Splatoon. To the point where there were some events like Splatfest and such where I literally just could not play. And that was very unfortunate. Oh, I lost the Ostrich. Where was I going? It was going here. I'm not getting a jump here. Let's go. Oh, climb. And... yeah, we better keep going for some of this stuff. Third barrel, I don't think we really need it. No. Can go for the Munchwood buff when we actually eventually face them, though. I mean, we might as well stack that, because later on when we fight them, we'll just get a massive bonus. Right now my base egg groove is not as good as it was last time though, so... I smashed some thorns. Oh, I don't have elephant yet to do this easily. And we have no warps available. Where was elephant spawning for me? Did we miss it already? I think it actually hasn't come up yet. What round are we on? We're on round 3. So elephant's going to come up in 13, and then maybe that will be easier for the thorns. But let's see what we can do from this location. We can come here and probably smash some with bombs just to get a bit of a head start, but... and totally miss everything. Actually, yeah, no, we can just do it with thorns. Or with bombs, rather. Actually, 06i, did I try out a recent update with the flow aura? I have not yet. I have not gone back to Splatoon multiplayer since patch 11. As interesting as it sounded at the time. Okay. So you need to do the Fragmentone escort for punch power here. I don't know that it will be worth it. Where's this glide? Oh, it's all the way down in the lower level here. I don't even remember how to do that. That's through a dropper excavation or something down through this passage. Yeah, it's you go down through here. I don't think we'll bother. Let's see, where am I and what's my next objective? Here, yeah, so Fragmentone escort if we have the time, but we don't really. I mean, I guess... oh. If you just do this, then you can do it. Oh, no, you need wood for this. Hang on. That did not spawn. Okay. I messed it up. I needed to hit wood with a... Let's hit this thing first. And we'll continue to go Egg Groove, which again has not been stacked as well as last time. Elephant's available right here if we want to try for it. I'm a little bit out of position to go up there with Snake though. And regardless, we want to defeat Buzzoid, so let's just port back up and fight them and hopefully drop some bombs accurately. We've been a bit faster about actually hitting objectives this time, so... Yeah, Elephant hasn't been that critical anyway. We'll just go for them directly. I think I'm just trying to see if we want to go for Break Blast just to get the extra banana out of the way, but...
Should we go there?
I think we just want to fight. I really do think that the one Nintendo series that I think would really benefit from a roguelike redesign or rethink is Star Fox. It's a very natural fit. It was always kind of an arcade game built for hour-long runs anyway. Just get to... Oh, wow, I didn't see that there was damage here from the Munchoid. Hey, Munchoids, we need to kill that, but... Well, there's one of those Munchoid locations we're talking about if we can get that 8,000 bonus that we have later. Like I was saying, we need to mark the map. Can I even mark the map in this mode? Oh yeah, we can. We're going to pin it. Because we need to remember the Munchoid locations to farm them later. When we're going for the million. That's the strategy. We pin the locations, but we fight them later. Because if we fight it now, I don't know if it respawns in time. Yeah, too bad we got the pay dock there. I just was not paying attention. And we'll go for more Egg Groove. We should actually buff the Glide a little bit, though. My positioning has been a little bit weird. But we would go Triple Bomb. Just to stack that up to 99 as soon as we can. Bellhop Burb over here, yeah, we'll just surf through directly, I think. And fight them. Okay, so you slap it once. And then bomb it. Oh, no, slap it again. And then bomb it. Oh, come on, it rolled away. Where is it? Okay. Come on. Now we bomb it. Did I finally get the bonus? I think I hit some poison down here from bombing excessively. That's not good, but... I didn't even see what my bonus was on it. It just did not work out. But yeah, Star Fox was always built around, you know, having a short run with multiple paths. And a bit of an arcade high score feel to it anyway. It's such a natural fit that I think it's the best way for the series to go. But, hang on. Can I just bomb this stuff? I guess not very well. And we'll continue to go for some of this. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting enough off of Glide Groove for it to be worthwhile at this point, but we are going very heavily for bombs. We can always just go triple bomb whenever we fly. I need punch power here, but that's okay. I'm wasting too much time on this stuff. Rolliscoids on 601. Want to go for anything specific before we do that? Yeah, the idea here is we'll stay barely over the line with the quota, and then we'll start going heavily for attacking into Munchoids. I think we kind of want Elephant anyway.
Should we go there?
It's very situational for the approach that we're taking, but also in some ways too useful to ignore. And yeah, we've been too low on some of these multipliers lately, actually. I mean, we're still relatively early. We're still in round 5, but I feel like we could be doing a lot better. Now we'll float over to the roller square location if we can. Where are they? Down here. So yeah, you need a single punch. Then we bomb it. And I did not see my percentage. 135, yeah, we can do better. Okay, Stompoids are going to be on 600. Yeah, we keep rolling objectives, I think. That seems to be the way to go with this one. If we can get that fast charge, we will.
Should we go there?
And yeah, Laurie, we've been sniping the spam bots where we can. So, no worries about that. That's what happens sometimes when you run things that have slightly lower viewership. I mean, you know it as a streamer. That just comes with the territory. Now, we've got a couple that can go up 3 levels here. Just looking at the percentages to see how we'll do it. Let's go hang time. I really do need to continue stacking the standard egg groove, but we want some synergies here. Okay, now let's not knock this out, like, way out of the territory. Oh, it fell off anyway, but that's okay, we'll collect it. And we'll go with the Ostrich though. I might need to be a bit more focused about it. Usually with some of the event challenges, I've found that I've had most success just by picking 3 or 4 things and stacking them all the way to the sky very, very deliberately, since you can do that in this mode that isn't always available when you just have the full randomization. Okay, Stompoids, where are they? I have no warps anyway, so I don't need to use it, but we will see if I want to warp there or gather some fossils first. Let's go fossils first here, just because we're here. Yeah, Laurie, the bots got so the bots rather got so bad at one point that you banned the word viewers in chat. That's an interesting approach. After all the other strings have been exhausted. Oh, here's a fossil. Oh no! Oh, too far! Too far. Okay. That was a mistake, but that's okay. We will continue stacking this for the general buff. And then grab some apples. Maybe still go for some more fossils while we're here. Yeah, eventually we want Demontroids to get us over the line for the million, but as long as we just stay alive in this challenge until then. Like, we're way over quota at this point, that's not an issue, but we need enough time to really hunt them, and we're still in round 6 right now. I think we can probably... Oh, no, that's tricky. This is where I got stuck last time too, actually. But let's go for this. Fine, we have no uptime in the snake because we just went for the costume for Ostrich only. Our health's not really that low right now. I don't want to build into that deliberately, although getting 3 levels on it is tempting. Okay. And we have no energy, so let's see. Let's go... Yeah, we'll need to build up some energy for this first, but... We've got a little bit of emerald here. We can take this path, get some fossils.
Should we go there?
progress that way. Yeah, as long as we get a full bar going, we'll then be able to get to the objective. Actually, let's just go for this thing too while we can. Elephant might be better for this, actually. Let's just break it open. Maybe a bit of overkill here. Because the big fossil gives you a big buff. Yeah, let's go for this. Now, then we go for Stompoid. Oh, and then I don't remember how you get these ones if you don't have... well, let's think about that later. Okay, now go for the bomb. 227, okay. Yeah, we've got Egg Groove up to about the 30s last time. We're pretty far off at the moment, but as long as we're ready to take on the Munchoids and absolutely smash them up when they become relevant, this will still ideally work out. Okay. Here's a Munchoid. Actually, let's just try this one now. Yeah, 5,000 already, look at that. That's good, but we need to hunt more of those. I'm going to mark this location just in case we can come back to this one later. Just in case it does respawn, we'll have to check it. And let's continue to go for this. So yeah, let's mark this location for sure. We're pretty close to Bananergy if we can take it. Oh, this is a challenge-based one, though. Maybe we can get it. Oh, hang on. I'm not playing like I have a snake. Let's tap this. Oh yeah, that's easy. We'll just elephant this one. This is why we build elephant, incidentally, because then you can just do this kind of thing right away. Okay. And yeah, we'll continue stacking this stuff. And then we can go fossil over here. Just continue dropping some bombs. So we're in round 7 right now. Here's another Munchoid. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's just kill this Munchoid again. I think it's more or less the same one. We'll just farm it. And that will probably get us over the line. I'm just calculating quickly here. Oh. And yeah, times 6,000. That's the way to do it. I don't know how quickly to come back, though. That's the thing. We got one over there. I guess my marker was a little bit off. It's actually this one, so let's just move the pin. Oh, you can only have one pin at a time. Okay, yeah, you can't pin multiple locations, so I won't necessarily remember. But that's okay, we'll pin it in case we can come back to that one. It does mean that I should go back to the one that was up top. That was close to... we just need to remember the locations then. It was close to this area here, I think. I probably shouldn't guess. But yeah, if we mark at least one location, then we can go back to it from time to time for more Munchoids per round, and that's still viable. This shows you, incidentally, just how rarely I used the pinning system in the middle of playing this game, or indeed any game. Heart one here, I think, is the hide and seek one. I don't think we'll spend time on that. We should go for the lumps down below, though, and we'll go quickly. And maybe go for collecting on the Grotone here. Okay. Oh, missed it. I think I missed this last time too. And we'll continue going for this. And let's go fossil and then objective. And yeah, the Munchwood idea clearly works. We just need to go for them where we see them. There is one on this level. I just don't remember where it is. Oh, it's actually behind me right now. We'll go for it. We'll go for it immediately since I see it. There you go. I don't even see what our percentage was, but as you can see, we're on round 7. We're already over 300k, so this works. We just need to remember this location. I think we can just port back and forth and hit Munchoids, really. Make the bridge seed grow a vine. We'll need to port up top to do that, probably just to have a reliable location for it, but we can mop up some fossils in the meantime. I think we've got a good chance at a million this time. It's looking good. As long as we don't stall too much. What you don't like about the Munchoids is that they give you less ore every time you beat them? Okay, yeah, I didn't know that actually. But maybe the idea is that if you build up your bonuses well enough, you might be able to compensate for that. I just see the percentages go up. Yeah, I didn't exactly know how they would balance it so that you couldn't just farm the same Munchoids over and over. And I had not noticed that effect, so... thank you, Tom Sonic, for pointing that out. But I had so much trouble just scouting their locations the first time I played this challenge. This is our second attempt. Our first attempt stalled at about 400k because I lost track of where Munchoids could be found. But let's see here. We got some chips. We got lots of chips actually. We should improve a few things. Uptime. Oh no, I ran out of energy. Yeah, no, I ran out of chips rather. We should have gone for uptime. I do have a port available still. Make the bridge seed grow a vine. Let's go back to the original location. We stalled on this objective last time, and it tells you how much further we are in void goals compared to the first attempt this time, now that I've focused on it a little bit better. Let's go back to the warp gong for this. And where was that seed anyway? It's not here. We'll just do a nice long throw with it. And just get a few more combat objectives on the board. Get wood nice and long over here, and that's more than enough. We'll go for that fossil up top. And yeah, more egg groove. Yeah, I'll just ignore glide groove. We're not really using it. I'm not gliding enough for it to be worthwhile. Oh, hit the poison a little bit here. Let's get out. And let's just get out of here. And next thing's going to be 601. Emerald lumps. Do we use our port for this? Maybe we do. But maybe we also go for some more bananas first. Do we really need more buffs at this point? Well, yeah, more multipliers is good. So let's just trace our path and see what we can do. This one, yeah. Actually, you know what? Better just knock this in. There we go. Much better. Okay, we should go for the lumps soon. Gonna be down here on Moss Plume's side. It's pretty close to the Munchoid side, actually. So it makes sense to maybe go for a few multipliers first while they're close. Just even if it's the better collecting one over here, we'll go for it. If I can find it. There we go. Tom Sonic, you think this is one of the harder Emerald Rush events? I think I can get over the line. But yeah, this is my second attempt, as I was saying, and usually we manage to do them within 2 or so. The last one, I totally whiffed the multiplier build. The one on the freezer layer last time, I think, on my first try, so that one I had to kind of rethink, but usually by the time I'm through my first run, I have a general idea of what a viable strategy should be, even if we don't necessarily execute it to get over 1 million the first time. So we'll see what we're losing on multiple attempts on the same Munchoids. Oh, some sequence Munchoids. Look at that. Times 10k, and that gets you a whole chunk. That gets me about 150k just from that. And yeah, suddenly we're in good shape with that. I'm gonna try to remember some of these locations. There's this one here. I already forgot the one down here, to be honest. We'll just need to look at my path of destruction and figure it out backwards from there. But we do know that the Emerald Lump location here is pretty close to where this one was, so at least we'll have that. Where am I right now? Let's see. We're pretty close to some fossils. I don't know if we want to bother snaking up there right now, but maybe we can, and we could just dive down instead. But we have got some chips, actually. Yeah, we'll just go for this. And let's see. Tom Sonic, you're saying, seen a lot of people using Hurting Heart. Yeah, the problem with that is that I have been rusty enough with this game after a month off that I'm too likely to fall into the poison accidentally when I'm stomping around or bombing terrain, right? And so if I'm deliberately going for Hurting Heart, I find that that might just assume a little bit too much risk for what I'm ready to play right now, so. Whoop. Oh, fell off a little bit. I'm noticeably a little bit rusty just when it comes to button memory there, so. Yeah, we'll just keep going for that. Not quite at the 99 for the egg group just yet, but let's head down to take that as well. Oh, we don't need the banana here. I mean, if we can get it, that's fine, but we're no longer getting a buff off of that anyway. That'll just be for the emerald. I don't think we really need it. We will, however, use my remaining port barrels, one of them, to port down to the next objective. Now we're getting late in the rounds now, so we might be just a little bit short, depending. Yeah, this is going to be on a lower level. Let's go for it. It's just lumps. Your record so far is 3.9 million. Yeah, I can see it happening if you know what you're doing. Like, it looks very viable to me. It's just that I don't necessarily have the execution to get there unless I have a very specific path mapped out. But congratulations on that, regardless. That's a nice total to peak with for the time being. And now, got more objectives. Let's see if we can get up to that same Munchoid, actually, if we are able to hit it another time. We'll go up the updraft with the Ostrich, and we'll try to bait it. And we got 2 more rounds to go, so I think we have a decent amount of runway here. There we go. So how much are we losing here when it comes to Munchoid total? That's not bad, actually. We're still getting 150k off of that. That's really not that bad. It tells me we should be repeatedly going for Munchoids when we can. But we'll just go for goals, and then we'll just try to pass by the locations that we've seen previously, and try to do it that way. Yeah, as long as we don't totally lose track of the Munchoids the way we did last time, I think we'll be okay. Here, we should have actually gone Snake to get into this one. There we go. 500 off of that is not too bad. Not going to get you over to 1,000,000, but it sustains us for the time being. And we got Stompoids on the same layer. We'll just grab fossils on the way over, I think, and hopefully that will suffice. Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Oh, yikes. That was a huge hit. In terms of, yeah, how much I lost from damage there. That could really cost me, actually. Hang on, let's just go hold for this. Yeah, that could have really sabotaged the run just by itself. Now at this point, this is going to give you, so times 8 by about 1,600, it's about 100%-ish. We should actually take it at this point, just in case the multiplicative benefit is going to come together. And now, do we want to go towards that long way? I think. First of all, let's kill this thing if we get a bomb. Whoops, wrong button. That didn't even get looted. Too bad. Okay. But then we'll have a little bit more bomb stacking for the time being. Essentially. And go for that Munchoid once we can see it. Do I see its location? I do not. That's the problem. I just don't remember where the Munchoid is in this layer, even though we saw it earlier in this run. Yeah, too bad. I lost a massive chunk of about 100k or something on that one hit. Yeah, Tom Sonic, I was thinking that, you know, you just need to farm Munchoids for this one. Feed them each Munchoid a couple of times and then warp away. That might be sensible. You know, and before you run out of juice on them. Okay. So, let's just get into Ostrich here. Just... oh. Come on, give me a bomb. We need Munchoids, though. We're not going to do it without them. It's not really going to happen without it at this point. So we can find the one that was here. Wherever it was that I fought that previously. And we'll be in a good position. I just don't remember, even though we fought it earlier. I don't even remember the top one either. And we were there not long ago. I think it was somewhere in this area once we came up the climb. That's the problem with not marking where I'm going. We might even just port back to this one to see if we can farm it some more. Unless I can find something quickly. But that's absolutely the limiting factor at this point. Let's go for these fossils here. Oh, here's one, here's one. Look at that. Okay, getting pretty close at this point. Let's go for fossils and then see if that one comes back in time. And yeah, at this point, 3 levels of Munchoids will obviously take it. And we'll defeat some other stuff too. Rolliscoids up in the square. Oh, no, let's not take damage off of this stuff. Oh, getting pretty close there. Almost to 1,000,000. Let's loot this stuff first. Now we're in round 10. I think the sensible thing to do is actually port back to the Munchoid that we do know. And do it quickly. Because this is a bit of a do or die moment here.
Should we go there?
Can I get to this one quickly enough? I think we're about to find out. Or we just farm the same one here. Maybe it makes more sense to farm the same one here since we're at 30 seconds. Yeah, let's just maybe go over and come back. Yeah, that's over. Just barely over. Bit of a close call here. Way too close, actually. So we need to not die at this point because that will sabotage the whole run. Okay. That will be over the line. Just barely. That was maybe not the cleanest. But we made it. Second try, as usual.
We did it! We did it!
Okay. Barely over the line. That cut it way, way too close for my liking. But we did get the multiplier up to 16k, so... Yeah, the V rank is for, I think, a certain multiplier over... Like, it's 10 times the cumulative score for getting over the line, I think. I don't quite remember what the formula was. But anyway, let's look over this. So in the end, we basically built specifically to snipe the Munchoids and only really farmed that last one 3 or 4 times at the end there to get over the line in time. We did have that one damage problem that took me down from 600k to about 500k at one point, and that was a big setback, but essentially the thing I was going for worked as intended. We could have maybe been a bit more deliberate about trying to snipe the same Munchoids over and over again, as Tom Sonic was mentioning earlier, to really pump that score. But yeah, these perk lists with the challenges always wind up being really short just because we are so selective about what we want to build towards and stack to higher levels, and in the end we got the egg groove up to the 30s and the multiplier up to that maximum of 99 as we intended. So I think that basically worked out. Did I screenshot this? I don't remember, but let's fill in the card here. And that is the Ostrich Bonanza, rather, that's going to appear pretty close to the Kong Bonanza, I think. And that is our high score, So I'm not going to push that further past the objective today, but it is early enough in the stream that, as usual, we'll maybe push a little further on our standard point card with another clear in one of the higher difficulties, since we're not quite at 10k on the Void Company employee card just yet. So yeah, as usual, we'll pick a layer and just play standard Emerald Rush for a bit. Let's take a look at that statue first, though. Let's see. I actually don't remember where the Espresso one was. We're told earlier, but oh, we want to go to the DK head. Okay, and here it is. Look at this. Looks spectacular. What a statue, actually. I always loved the Ostrich design. With those massive, bulky DK arms that somehow still manage to glide with these wings. I mean, I guess it flies even better than a real Ostrich does, so works for me. Eventually, of course, we'll be able to fill in the remaining Bonanza statues given sufficient challenges, I think. I'm kind of dreading the Zebra one, given that I never really bothered to learn a lot of the more advanced Zebra throw tech, but that's going to be coming at some point, unless we want to play the eventual Zebra challenge with no Zebra, which, depending on the synergies you pick up, might really not work out at all. Anyway, let's go back to the pay dirt pile driver and see what we're going to do. So I'm going to switch Pauline back to a general Bonanza build, of course, since we'll be dealing with some randomization. And might take her out of the mud and snow one as well. Let's go back to the family dress. Always love that color. We'll probably change out of traction britches into something a bit more generally usable. Or maybe just put it on Voidco and then put the Voidco one on something else. Depending on which layer we're taking. I'm probably going to do Canyon today, I think. That might be the natural choice of the ones remaining where I haven't cleared 5 yet. 5 is generally pretty easygoing, depending on what you roll, of course. Because if we move the pants over to the Voidco trunks, then we'll go for something completely different here. Maybe treasure? Depending. I mean, I always wind up converging on an elephant treasure strategy anyway, so it seems. But we'll find out. Yeah, I think we're not going invisibility, obviously. I think what we'll do is we'll actually go for
Perfect.
treasure. Although I don't know if we'll necessarily build towards that, but we'll find out. And we'll put this on Woodco. Yeah, Descriptive SDK is finally back. He does that from time to time. He eventually makes his way back here. Okay, so, like I said, the event has been cleared. Yeah, but Tom Sonic, I'm not pushing the event. We're done for now with the event. I'm going to just push standard Emerald Rush for a bit, which is why we'll take the Voidco stuff. Actually, you're quite right that leaving the Voidco one on during the main event was not useful, but that's okay. Alright, so recently, if we've been finishing the events early enough, I've been pushing the point card. We still have ways to go until 10k, a couple more clears depending on how well we can keep up the streaks. And I've cleared everything on DK Island and a couple of these up to 5 and a couple of these just to 4. So typically we preview whatever's going to be in the next event just for a little bit of advanced scouting and practice that I'll promptly forget. But first of all, the next event is in 6 weeks' time, so it's a bit of a longer absence than usual. And I think it's also back on DK Island from what I was hearing. Now, because Japanese social media gets, or rather the Japanese Nintendo news releases get this kind of information early. And that's usually known well ahead of time. So I think we'll play around with Canyon today. Canyon can take a little bit of navigation, and despite technically being one of the easier layers when it comes to terrain strength, we might want to learn it properly and see how we do in 5. 5 feels beautifully balanced. It's essentially the same as 4, but extended over to the full 15-round format, which feels much nicer for Emerald Rush. At some point, we'll learn Tempest, Radiance, and I think Feast we haven't done 5 yet either. Yeah. But I think we'll take it easy on ourselves and go Canyon today and see what happens. And we'll do it on 5. I learned my lesson about trying to go for 7 immediately, in that since we're working on the point card, bad attempts kill your entire streak for the point reward, so we want to actually take some easy ones and work our way up first. So let's take a look at Canyon 5 and see how we do. Again, just a bit generally rusty with this game, so we'll have to shake out a bit of the movement first. especially with how spread out everything is on Canyon. All right, let's see what we're dealing with on this draw here. This is an interesting start location. Not the usual. All right, so actually we're going to start right at the giraffe exit, which is interesting. A couple of things suggesting Ostrich Egg Bomb that we've been practicing. Bonanza-wise, we've got Snake. We'll pop a couple of these ones first, just in case we get Bonanza, because if we get Bonanza early, at least then we know what we're working towards. Because you got so much piled here, including the Grotone early on, that it makes sense to just pop some of that stuff and then see what happens. But Snake is available. Zebra is available down here. And that is all on the current draw, so... yeah, no Ostrich yet to take advantage of egg bombs or anything, but we'll throw some of this stuff. And then maybe grab some fossils too. But how did I miss this already? There we go. But if we get Bonanza, I'll totally take it. Super Sprinter, if we go Zebra though. That is 3 levels at once. It's tempting, given that Zebra is technically available. At the bottom of this passage, which is pretty inconvenient to get to unless you just go down the giraffe where we started. I guess it is available early, but... I think we'll actually go... well... let's take it. I don't even know if I'll take the Zebra yet, but since Zebra is available, we at least have that option if by round 5 we're not seeing any sign of a Bonanza build coming together. Not that helpful right now, of course, but we'll grab what we can. And Kong armor, well, we've got no Kong anytime soon, so that won't be useful. The treasure hunter. Zebra's not great for smashing, but unless you really know to throw tech. Let's go for skills for now, because at least we get some multiplier going. That's actually useful earlier on. What was his... oh, I don't see where the banana was here. And I'm totally losing track of what I'm doing. Okay. Oh yeah, this is just... oh, I see. No, this is the hide and seek. And I don't remember where the other ones are in this layer, but... just roll around here and here's one. And then the last one I think might be through concrete, but we would need, yeah, to whack it with the rock. There we go. Canyon being one of the earlier layers, the hide and seek objective is a little bit easier than we see elsewhere. Meteor Rain, that's for Snake, right? I think it is, yeah. Increase the range of destruction. I think we're gonna go apples. Stack that for now and just grab what we can. Smash the emerald lumps. Yeah, we might have to port there when we can. Let's grab everything else here first. Banana's down there. Maybe we can just roll it. Oh. And no, not a great position unless you have something to smash that with. 10 seconds. Let's port. We are over quota. But let's port up to the lumps. And just take that out quickly.
Should we go there?
We have no sign of what the actual synergies we can build towards are just yet, so we'll take what we can get. And try to stay around ahead if we can. Lock the health skill. I mean, we can take it because we haven't built health yet. We just need to remember not to take it. Then, yeah, so we need to remember not to take health, and we'll just block out anything health related with our chips if we can. Bare knuckle, we're not even fighting anything yet, so it makes a certain amount of sense, given that we've got nothing else going on. Let's do it. Tempting to take Negotiator as well, because then we can stack it early, but let's see what happens. Burn energy? I mean, we do have full energy right now, just trivially. Let's see, what do I know my next objective? Rolliscoids. I think then we just take the Rolliscoid one, just to stack it now. Where is it? Mechanical Village. Okay. Can we roll jump that far? I think we can, actually. We can just go across on the giraffe side. Or we could just port it. Regardless, we'll take Rolliscoid, since we know that's useful immediately. Let's go for some other stuff here. Oh, that's spiked. Let's be careful with that. Where's the punch power then? It's down here. Oh yeah, down below. Elephant, well, we've got nothing for elephant yet, but if we take it, I guess we hedge against it appearing later if we don't have anything like the Nunza build. Yeah, because we're building towards some things that could be treasure friendly anyway, it doesn't hurt to take that perhaps. Also, we do technically have bare knuckle, not that it's getting me very much right now. Okay. That lizard crawling on the wall, I hadn't really noticed that before. Let's go for the apple here. Apple juice. And then we'll go for the Rolliscoid pretty soon. And yeah, we're early on. Chip Leaf makes a certain amount of sense. I think at this point we just port. How many seconds are we looking at here? 50? I don't know. But we're pretty far away from anything else, so it makes sense. And then we'll just clean up around here too.
Should we go there?
At this point, it might make sense to actually go for that zebra down below. Since the Nunza doesn't seem to be happening. Okay. Get a bit of a bonus off of that. Then bare knuckle once again. Multipliers are pretty modest right now, but we'll... Oh, also, I have an extra point of health, so I shouldn't have taken Lonely Heart because I didn't realize I already took an extra. Oh, I accidentally took an extra point of health just now. I was thinking that was an apple juice, and we accidentally got health. Well, okay, so there goes that bonus. That was a waste. I totally misread it. I thought I was taking apple juice, and I actually took a health +1. Whoops. And there it is. Okay. Yeah, no wonder our bonuses are so small. Just totally blew that. Oh well.
I knew we could do it.
Now, yeah, Super Sprinter. Well, I mean, yeah, if we stack towards Zebra, I think it actually is starting to come together and make sense at this point to do it. Okay, in that case, we should go for it, depending on what the next objective is. Crocoids, where? Let's take a look. Still on 300. And where on 300? Over here. Yeah, we can jump it. But do I want to get Zebra down below first? Maybe I do. Let's grab everything we can in terms of perks first. We're gonna get a warp anyway in just a moment. Snake is still available, technically speaking. But a lot of these are not useful right now. I may start blocking with chips, but I don't want to overspend my chips at the moment. When we don't really know how this run is coming together just yet. I mean, I think very often we don't have a coherent build yet at this point. We're early enough that Banana Slime would make sense. What are they smashing down here? That's a treasure chest. Yeah, we can take it. And got fossils down there as well. Apple Hoarder by 3. That's going to kick in very well later. Might be a bit premature to take it now, but with 3 levels there, that's hard to say no to. And then I'm stuck down here. Let's go through the other side, actually. This was not a good use of my time. But we'll go down and we'll go for the zebra. And we'll warp out. Yeah, I should have just surfed it. Okay, at this point, green scene, yes, because we're about to fight. What is it? It's going to be crocoids. Yeah, we're about to fight, so we get in the zebra and we fight it.
Should we go there?
And then we punch towards terrain so we can actually loot, and that's something we've had to learn the hard way so many times. I guess times 30 is not horrible this early on, but we could do better. Let's go chips. So yeah, at this point, well, we now have zebras, so we know that we can build towards that. I don't really know how to do much of the throw tech and spin tech with it, though. At least we're not very fluent with it. But maybe the break blast can come together with something. I don't know. I think we keep at what we have at this point. I did take apple juice. When did I take the health then? I think that was just something I lost track of early. But yeah, we'll see. Can dive down and go for snake. Let's go for sonar first, perhaps, if we can. Crocoids are where? We can find them. They're in 301. Okay. Refinery entrance. Don't have a very convenient drop down to that right now. Let's go this way first. And yeah, ostrich stuff isn't really happening at the moment, but then we'll go snake. Now it's over on top. Rather down here. More uptime in green scene, does that make sense? Yeah, we're defeating crocoids. I mean, I guess we want to extend that if we have a quick way down there, but... Encore Groove, though, kind of makes a certain amount of sense just because we are in Bonanza form right now, but... No, let's extend this, because we do have a fighting objective. And knowing that does affect things. We want to get out of here, though. Right, this actually is the crossing passage down below. It's not really that useful to me right now. I might want a better way out of here, actually. Let's think about it. How long are we from the warp? 15 seconds. That's a little bit long. We might even just cross and climb, I think. Depending. Oh, more fossil stuff. We can go with that. Not a lot of convenient room to turf surf on this map. Do we have a stumpoid objective? No, it's a crocoid objective. Let's go ahead and negotiate it for the time being. Oh, I don't think I actually wanted to come down here. Let's grab the banana anyway, I guess. Or just put out immediately. I don't like to spin the barrel this early, but we might have to, given my current position. Being as inconvenient as it is, let's head down here.
Should we go there?
And we'll just fight right away as Zebra. If I can remember to do so. Oh. And I knocked him way out of position. That's okay. That's still lootable. And we'll take Encore at this point, just because it does make a certain amount of sense. Defeat Buzzoids. Yeah, we'll continue to fight. Using green scene. And that's a little ways off of where I am right now, though. Could minecart over, but I don't know that's the best idea. I'd rather go down there a little more directly. But I'm a little out of position for that right now. Let's see, if we take the cart, that's such a waste of time though on this map. That's the issue with this map, is that, you know, it's better to jump to places directly if you know the method to do it. I guess with Snake maybe we can get out of here somehow and find a fast passage over. Or maybe even drop out of the minecarts on some of these positions here. Let's see what we can do. It's a bit of an awkward position right now with that spawn. Really awkward, actually. We're just so far out the objective. Let's climb it. See if we can just get around here for the moment. This is a rough position to be in. So much time wasted. And this cart's not going to do it unless we have a really good jump off of it. Maybe we can. Okay. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Jumping out of the carts, that's something we need to actually kind of get in the habit of doing. Okay. This is surprisingly working out. Not doing that for the moment. Let's kill this stuff first. Then we'll mess around with it.
I knew we could do it.
Early enough that banana slime might still matter. Okay. And then what do we have here? Need to go in from this side, I think. Green scene's still up and running, actually. Do we have combat objectives still? Yes, we do. So let's keep going for it. There's something apparently temporary that's maybe not working out too terribly. Now, we don't have a perk here on this banana anyway, so I don't think we'll bother. But we don't have a warp either until the next one. Where is it? It's going to be over here. We'll want to warp to it on the next available round. I might need to get an additional barrel sooner rather than later. But if that's the case for now, we'll work our way back to the health side and see if we can do something. I haven't really even been looking at the quota. We've just been trying to get any kind of build together here. Now, where was this? Over here on this side. There we go. Yeah, so Lonely Heart didn't work out anyway. We already stacked health by mistake, so we might as well just stack more health. Maybe we should be going for the zebra spin skill, but just don't know how to work it. Bonanza, too late for that. Let's just block it. Smelting green? No, too early for it. Way too early for it. But we're hoarding, so that's something that we can maybe consider if we draw it again later. Melon Hoarder, as with the Juice Hoarder, as with the Apple Juice Hoarder, you know, if it kicks in later, that's going to be impactful, but I don't know if it will kick in, even though we are building for a lot of treasure. And we just keep stacking Green Scene, then we at least have it available for almost a duration of the run, perhaps, but it's going to be generally useful, even for some standard combat, so... Now, we still have a health one available here. There we go. I'm going to pump this one earlier. And yeah, we want as much of that Bonanza uptime as we can. We absolutely want a second barrel. This level is too big not to have one. Break Blast? We might as well go for it. Way off target. Way off target. It's all the way down here. Rock Ensemble, we don't have Elephant, so it's not going to matter. Do we want a third barrel? On this map, we might actually. I find the third barrels is sometimes overkill, but if we're really going for combat objectives to take advantage of Green Scene, I think it actually makes sense. Because then the idea is we just try to fight as much as possible to get that Green Scene uptime to cash in.
Should we go there?
So we'll try to rush objectives. Okay. Where's my enemy objective here? Still down below? It is down below. Not that far down below. Oh, are we under quota? We're under quota. I didn't even realize. Okay. We better fight now then. Where is it? Where is it? I need to kill it. I need to kill it now. no. I was just a second off from that. Okay, I didn't pay attention to the quota there. I didn't realize how far down I was, or we would have ported there much earlier. So that build just generally didn't work out anyway, though. But a lot of traversal issues.
We can do better. I know we can.
That's okay. We'll do better in the second run. But really, I was just a second off. If I hit that Crocoid, we get over the line. But that's still too close a call, I think. But a lot of things really didn't come together here. And unfortunately, that's going to drag down the whole average for the streak. Let's do it again. That's okay. Just relearning the standard game a little bit. Some awkwardness is going to happen. Same start position as before. Let's take a look at this. So this time we got Snake available right away, Elephant and Ostrich, and Zebra actually, everything available right away. Except Kong. So let's do a bit of a sweep for it. I think we absolutely go for Elephants. Elephant's gotten me through so much stuff. But we don't want to have to platform all the way there to do that. We might have to warp up there fairly soon. Let's just grab everything we can first. Let's just get an early start. And then just break some things. Yeah, surf. I mean, we're not traveling over water on this map. That is one that I'd block if I even had chips to do it. Snake down here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's just down below this. Or rather, I thought so. I completely missed this. We don't know this map well enough. Lack of practice. Let's go for Ostrich. Scan it for a moment when I have time to think about it. We're very early on. Banana Slime makes a lot of sense. Barrel Bump Up makes even more sense, though. In terms of just getting us around the map early. I actually think we'll go Barrel first. As much as I want Banana Slime. We need something that's immediately impactful. Oh, okay. No, that's the hide and seek. Which I don't know if we'll spend time on this necessarily, but oh, and then, yeah, we need to smash this a little bit. Come on. Here we go. And over here, and then last one here. We're not doing over quota yet, actually, so let's be careful with this. Chip Thief. Yeah, let's port over here and grab elephants immediately. Spent too much time.
Only a little more time. It's bonanza time.
Well, none of these are that great right now. But since we have 2 ports available, we may as well just port up here to grab Zebra. Smash some dirt. Yeah, well, the elephant helps with that. Let's grab Zebra first, though, and then we'll...
Should we go there?
see what we can get from there. It's just on this side. It's easy. And smashing drain with full pit energy. Yeah, if we're going elephant, that will make a lot of sense. Now, if we're going to smash some dirt, where do we want to do it? Right here is fine. We'll just clear that goal while we can. And Happy Heart, well, we could go for it. Safer to go for it. Actually, that might even be the best thing here. At least we kind of get a flat 45% just off our default health when it comes to that.
I knew we could do it.
The water skip is going to be useless here. Okay, now let's see. Emerald Lumps and 300. Snakes down there. Yeah, we absolutely want to port over here. And then we can Ostrich across after that. Just back you up a little bit here. Well, just in case we have fossils to poke. Yeah, skip group, we just blocked this one. This is so useless in this. Buzzoids, let's just figure out where that's going to be. And that's going to be all the way over here. I think we should go Ostrich over. Oh, except, of course, I noticed this fossil right as I said that. Number of time, yeah, storage groove will actually be quite natural. And then we'll just have to build towards capacity for that, perhaps. Although, at the moment, we're going Ostrich across here. We should get Clyde so we don't lose all our height here. There we go. Immediately beneficial. Fastball is going to be great as Elephant. I think we naturally take it. And we'll just continue going through all this stuff as Ostrich. We'll go towards Snake and work our way down. Okay. What are we even fighting? Buzzoids first. Yeah, Buzzoids, we'll just take them out with Elephant. We'll build towards other enemies early as well, just to have that available. And just break everything else we can in the meantime. Not that useful. Okay. Let's blow some things up. Big explosions. Well, don't really have that going on right now, but we'll keep on pumping Happy Heart for the time being, actually. And then we can actually build towards that with chips. And just go for high health. And whoop. Didn't mean to get down here, but that's okay. And yeah, we don't have Kong, so this is not interesting, but we'll go for some of the enemy buffs and go for that strategy of just porting into things and picking fights. And what are we looking at? A top Triceratops fossil. It's all the way down here. That's well out of the way. We will want to port towards it for sure. So anything else we want to clear in the time being? No, we'll just go for it now. I guess you could go Ostrich across here if you really wanted, but no, it makes so much more sense to
Go there?
start on this side. And then we'll just help things out.
You scored a skill.
And defeat some things on the field. Probably Lonely Heart's useless here, so... Or is it? Health skill remains locked. Well, it doesn't synergize with the Happy Heart, so... if we're going to be chucking things around as Elephant, it may make more sense to take Long Range Forager. However, Lonely Heart's going to be immediately beneficial right now before we build into Higher Hearts. So we'll just kind of take both, and it's alright. It's not the worst thing in the world, even if they directly conflict with each other. Charge punches won't be that useful. We'll plan for more enemies later. Better Inhaling is going to be immediately good. Then, well, let's see what we can do here. Okay, getting some bonuses. Oh no, let's get back in the elephant. Way out of position, but at least we're getting bonuses.
I knew we could do it.
And yeah, we'll continue pumping this because at least, you know, when we switch from going 3 hearts to higher hearts, then that scales nicely immediately. After defeating an enemy until DK takes damage. Wait, so if you take damage once, or rather, yeah, so for each time you take damage, I guess maybe that goes down. I'm actually not totally clear, but we might as well. I don't know if I can play tidily enough to really take advantage of that, but we'll take this. We're totally blocking this. It's too bad. Yeah, kind of blowing this one, but... hang on. Yeah, no, I totally missed this. Oh well. That's okay, I'm not going to spend time on it. Better Inhaling is great, I don't want to burn time, though. Let's just go back to the entrance.
Should we go there?
Yeah. Valuable thing to remember in this mode is just to not waste time on challenge-based objectives if you're at all unsure that you're going to do it cleanly. It just is not worth it. Hang time is just a matter of jumping before we throw, if we remember to do it. I think throwing Banana G might make more sense to us right now, though. Also, is this something? No. Mash the Emerald Lumps. Now, do we want to port to it? I'm so far out of position right now, I think I basically have to. But we can port over here and go for the Break Blast first. I'm just trying to figure out its position. It's down below, though, buried quite deep. How much time are we looking at on the clock? 60 seconds. The issue with going for this one and warping there right now is that we are going to have to burn some time getting back out. I think I might have to traverse that one manually. It's just a little too far off. What we can do is take the cart out and then collect some things in the middle first. Or we can just climb this area and go for Ostrich instead. And also just fight things in general, because we can. It just isn't working out at all. Oh, I got too much dirt on this guy this way. And I don't mean salacious gossip for the newspapers. Whoop. But we got the 100 bonus on it, so yeah, we just fight things out in the field. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. Well, got too much soft dirt going on here. We need more capacity so I can get more variety going for Trunk. And just pump some of this stuff. Come on. This is not working out. I don't have the right kind of rock here. Okay, I wasted so much time with this one. It did not work out at all. I was trying to get stone out so we could break concrete with stone, but let's actually go barrel, because then we can get around.
Should we go there?
Yeah, we need to tap the next objective, and we need to do it now, so let's find a good place to do it. This might be a better reach.
I like it.
Wasted way too much time on that one. Can't say the build is really coming together yet, but
I knew we could do it.
at least we have barrels to get around to different goals. Okay. I want to go for Punch Power next, actually. Okay, Eldritch Apprentice is good. What we're doing now. Lonely Heart is actually still good. Now, this is going to get you about 160%. We go Lonely Heart, but if we're taking that much in a Lonely Heart, then we should definitely be careful not to switch out of it. We'll go Crocoids over here, just port. And once again, we'll go Elephant Fastball. Where did it go? Down here. Okay. And chip order, yeah, it's alright. I mean, we're still spending chips, so I don't know. But just try to push more fossils here. And a lot of levels and stompoids, I like that idea. Let's keep porting. Unless we have other bananas I want to go for here first. Let me just check since we... Oh yeah, a lot of them are kind of on the other side of this. It's better to just port now, actually. Just roll objectives, get more fights.
I knew we could do it.
Healthy Heart, I mean... We are usually kind of full up on the 3 here. We just need to remember to stay on that and just be very, very careful with the health. Let's go full Lonely Heart, actually. And at least we get a bit of a flat buff off Happy Heart earlier, even if we're not expanding it to anything, so... Now at this point, maybe we can roll back down here. It's a bit tricky to catch any of that stuff. But we can do it. And, oh. We're going to lose the flutter in a moment if we're not careful. Banana Slime is a bit late for it right now. Typhoon Titan might actually make more sense at this point. Do we have a fight coming, though? Yes, we do. Oh, great. Then we can just roll over. Let's stay at it and just remember not to lose it. More balloons. Oh. Whoa. Let's be careful here. Okay. Can't see what I'm fighting. There we go. Okay, now let's go for the objective if we can. When we can. Yeah, technically we don't actually even have an elephant combat buff just yet. So it might make a certain amount of sense to take that. Gaming Sage, welcome. I trust you had a nice and easy run with the event today. Let's see, we'll take it. I've been going Elephant Fastball. Maybe we can switch into Snake from time to time, but I think we'll actually go Balloon in case we get the Balloon buff. Yeah, we finished the event ourselves here in pretty short order. Also, I really need to get some more Bonanza uptime going. Okay. Okay, let's just fight this stuff. You said it was not so easy this time? I actually got it on my second, but my first run I got about to 400k or so because I was trying to go for a Munchoid strategy, but then I took too long to find them. On my second run, I knew in advance that I wanted to go for Munchoids, and then it was a little bit easier. I got very barely over the line, though, because I made a couple of critical mistakes along the way. But yeah, I wound up just getting most of my points off hunting a few specific Munchoids in a map and having like a times 2,000 or plus 2,000 bonus on them. So the general strategy I wanted to go for came together by the end of my first round, so I didn't have to spend too much time experimenting. But it was a very close thing. Like, I definitely was at risk of having to put in a bit more time here. Okay. Let's vacuum up some stuff. Kong's just not even happening here, so let's just ditch it. Got a lot of fights in a while here. And turnip greens, well, we're not really doing turnips, but we'll take it. Okay. Oops, didn't get the full bonus there at the time. But we'll do what we can. Just grab some more treasure. More balloons, great. We don't actually have the balloon bonus yet, but... Oh, Kong is actually right here. We shouldn't have blocked things so aggressively, perhaps. Okay, well, we can just work towards it and then... smash it. How are my regular runs going? I'm doing Canyon on 5 right now. We hadn't done it before. And so I'm learning it. I haven't looked at Canyon in such a long time. Let's continue going storage. That's at 100% at this point. on that one. So yeah, on the regular runs, I'm not at 10k on the point card yet, but I'm pretty close. Oh, whoa, oh. Balloon got activated there. I didn't realize where I was. Hang on. Totally wasn't watching. That's good, we'll just port. We need to not get the heart. I'm dependent on Lonely Heart right now. I need to remember, do not get the heart. Okay, there we go. How much percentage have I got? No, not dead yet. Come on. Can't see a thing. That's okay. Batter up. I didn't actually have batter up. Oh no, because I was going for throw. Yeah, and we did take damage, so this... We can get pristine again, though, I think. We still have it up and running technically, although things are getting a little bit dicey here. None of those were really useful for what I have right now. I did not see if I could beat that. Come on, just missing it every time. Oh, I see, because I ran out of elephant. There we go. What other perks did I use for the Emerald Rush event? I went for Egg Bomb. I went full Egg Groove and stacked Egg Groove up to 99. And got that up to about level 30 or so. And that was the main thing that I was building towards. Obviously, I needed to synergize it with a few other things, and so I was kind of building evenly with some of the other Egg Bomb related ones. But then Egg Bomb in conjunction with bombing Munchoids from midair was what solved it. Well, no, I didn't get the perks stacked up to 99. I got it up to level 30 or so. But I did drop the egg 99 times and capped it. And that was not difficult, because I just built up to triple egg early, and then I just dropped eggs every time I flew as the Ostrich, right? Okay. Where am I here? Where's... Okay, I did fill the objective. Let's not get the heart. And let's just port up here since I have so many ports.
Should we go there?
Yeah, it's one of those that does cap out at 99. I've found that with a couple of them. Like with Storage Groove on Elephant, for instance, which we're running right now. That definitely caps at 99, as I've discovered in the past. So yeah, movement's a little bit rusty in this game. I just haven't played it enough recently, but we're starting to get something together, perhaps. We definitely want to go Typhoon, given that we're going full Elephant right now. Elephant usually gets me over the line, actually, for most of Emerald Rush. I find that I'm more comfortable going for Elephant than with just about anything else. I've just had the most success as Elephant, and it just feels very intuitive to me. Because you can be sloppy, right? You can just point in a general direction of a fossil, and then you have throws and turf surf available on demand at any point. And it just works really well. More perks here? Yeah, we can go for that. See, just don't really even need to aim very much. And we're already at 99 for Storage Group, but we'll just continue to pump the multiplier on it, since we can. There's the banana here, it's down below. There we go. You're asking me, did I also use the one in which I defeat enemies with egg bombs? Yes, I did. With all of the ones, like the mid-air attack and the Fearless Flyer for the Ostrich and the egg bomb attack, I stacked those up each to about level 10ish or so, but the main thing I focused on was Egg Groove. And stacking Munchoids enough that I would basically get about 200k per Munchoid if I hunted them near the end of the run. But I was told there are diminishing returns if you're going for the same Munchoid. You can't just really farm the same one over and over indefinitely. Although farming the same one over and over indefinitely was actually what got me over the line at the end because I didn't have enough time to search. Now, yeah, we're not going for Surf Groove over water at all on this, so let's just kill it. Neither of these are really a good fit for me right now, but we'll just take one. Might as well just go for some of this stuff while it's available. Where even is this? There it is. Oh, and here's the one that we totally didn't kill earlier. We can just go for Kong on it at this point. Now, Smelting Green is going to make me not worry about quota at all at this point. So it's kind of tempting because I'm farming so many chips off of enemies anyway. Then if we take this one, we just don't need to worry about beating the run. We can just take it, right? I think I might actually do it then. Because that's just a weight off my mind. I normally will not take Smelting Green this early into a run, but the thing is we've got a good way to farm chips, and so I actually think it makes sense. Do we have an enemy objective right now? Okay, then let's go Green Scene. And what are we doing here? Sonar. We have it. Okay, there we go. Did I end up capping the event? No, I didn't. I barely got over the line for 1 million, actually, but I usually don't work on capping it too hard. And I should. I mean, it's a fun thing to work out. I can definitely see how I would want to approach that. Now, it's fun to go Lonely Heart, but just in case we make a mistake, let's go Balloon Hoarder and get a decent multiplier going, since we do have the balloons going on. Charge Punch, I don't know if we'll bother at this point. Let's just defeat Crocois while we have Green Team going. We do not go for the heart.
Should we go there?
Yeah, you got over 6 million. That's great. That's very successful for when you managed to put it together, so. Okay, times about 300 at this point off of these guys. So it's starting to work out a little bit. And again, we don't need to worry about quota for a few rounds at least. Which means I have the flexibility to kind of chase things around a bit. If we waste a little bit of time going for the wrong objectives, at least we have a bit of flexibility. We'll go Rock Ensemble. I'm not going to be able to really pump Rock Ensemble because I'm using Elephant so actively that I'm constantly cycling stuff in and out, but it's essentially a kind of passive buff for standard purposes. Rock Ensemble is much nicer when I'm not going Elephant and when I can just store things in Elephant and switch to everything else for the rest of the run, but we'll take what we can get. Okay, Smashed Emerald Lumps. Oh, look, we've got more enemies here to deal with. Mad Mixer Site. Let's just go for it now. With 3 warps, I can just spend warps with Abandon.
Should we go there?
So, Gaming Stage, the story behind the username is that I mean, I've run tons of usernames on different platforms in the past, but this has been one of my longest running ones. The N stands for neutral.
I knew we could do it.
So the idea of being quixotic neutral is a pun on chaotic neutral. I'm also very fond of the novel Don Quixote, of course, by Miguel de Cervantes. Made a huge impact on me when I first read it. But let's see here. We can continue to go Pristine Primate for a little bit of safety, but let's go Treasure Hunter since we're vacuuming so much stuff. And then, look at that, Crocois are right here. Let's Just go for them. If we... Oh. Oh no, bad idea. Lost a balloon and lost 50% on that. Yikes. Okay. Totally didn't watch that. Yeah. Huge mistake. But, same as before. And yeah, we're stacking chips so nicely. But we want to go fastball because I'm going fastball for everything anyway, so. The chip cash-in earlier did not prove to be too much of a problem. None of these are great, but sometimes we'll have elevation. Checkpoint, we'll just warp to a checkpoint, I think. I don't want to mess around too much. We've got 33 seconds left, we've got 2 barrels, we can totally do it. So let's find a checkpoint that's close to things I can pick up. Maybe this one, so we can go for these 2 here. And energy is a nice idea. We'll see if there's anything closer. At this checkpoint here, gets you close to quick storage and melon juice. Let me think about what's better for mobility. And you get inhaling down here. If we want to go for it, let's go with this one. And yeah, the gaming stage, thank you so much for the raid once again and for dropping by so we could talk emeralds. I don't think we want to trade in for a smashing green again just yet. We've got a decent amount of runway right now. So we'll just go for a Superior Smasher. We want to stack more before we get into another draw for that. Cranky Kong's on top of one of the town locations here. He's at... he's around here, I think, closer to Growtone. Which means we can just really jump there if we want. After picking up some more perks here and there. Dig. Let's dig. Oh, it's inside, isn't it? Okay, no, we can't go for that one then. I got 13 seconds, let's just port. I'm not going to waste time with this. So Cranky's somewhere along this path, so we'll go for Drumbeat along the way as well. Do I have info on the next event? Yeah, it's something themed around Barrel Blast, and I believe it's actually back on DK Island, so it's the first repeat that we had for locations. That's all I know. As usual, Nintendo news releases from the Japanese side were the source for this, and I don't know that it has a localized title yet. I didn't see one, but that is what I know for the time being. F5 Cranky Kong, where is he? He's somewhere here. Here he is, yeah. Yeah, Barrel Blast is not one of the DK games I played. I played a big chunk of the series, but it's had so many spin-offs at this point. Encore Groove, I mean, at this time, it's a little bit late in the run. But we are spending most of our time just in a Bonanza form, so I don't know that we have enough uptime remaining to really make use of this, so it may make more sense to just continue going chips. We might as well take it as a flat buff. And just stay on Elephant and the like to pump that up a bit. Use a barrel cannon. There's one nearby. Let's grab that in a moment. So I know what I'm going for here. Whoop. Can't see what I'm going for here. It's on this side. Yeah. I don't even know how I took damage at this point. Let's Yeah, this was a bit of a mess, this one here. Where did that go? Oh, it's down below, okay. Oh, it's the one that's on top of the ceiling. It's annoying. We have snakes, so technically we can grab it, but it's still annoying, and I'd rather not bother. We might as well just barrel cannon out somewhere convenient. I don't remember where there was one here. There might have been one that lasts you up, but better to just find one that we know. Like, go down to one of the lower levels and come back up the entrance. There's got to be a more efficient one we can go for, but I'm not able to see it at the moment. Smokestack interior gateway. That's not going to be it. Let me see if we can find a good one. This one, yeah, gravel storage will take you up. I'm pretty sure, because that's one of the entrances. Let's just take it. Apple Hoarder, not that that's cashed in yet. We'll see about this. It might be too late to be impactful at this point. But we are going for vacuuming things up, so maybe we'll go for it. Smash the emerald lumps. Let's just look at the map to see what we're dealing with. Where? Over here. We've got ports. We'll just port.
Should we go there?
We want to roll combat objectives. That's the main idea, so. Now, where is this? This is actually further down low. That's fine. We can get there easily. We can get some treasure in the meantime. Chips. Then where's the last one? Over here. Smelting green. Not yet. I think we can pull back more. We're comfortably over quota for a margin of about maybe 2 rounds now, and so it makes sense just to keep at it. Let's figure out what buzzoids are. Case we can just get up to them naturally. No, we can't. These ones we have to port towards.
Oops, we can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to do things the long way here. Let's just go for them directly.
Should we go there?
Even if it spends the last warp for now. That's precisely why we have a little bit of leeway here when it comes to the objective. Times 500, not bad at this point. And the perk one at this point is going to be much better. This gets you about 100%, this gets you several hundred. Apple Treasure would have been nice too, but let's see. I don't actually know what we're going for at this point, so let's just go under the beam for a moment, see what we're dealing with. But we do have some warps back. So if we've got another buzzoid fight, let's just find it. Long Neck Plateau East, there we are. We can go for that apple juice at the same time, perhaps. And yeah, pristine primates. Well, I don't know. We might as well, but It's not like we're using the other one, so there's a certain amount of sense to just take it.
You scored a skill.
Negotiator will scale well at this point, given that we've scaled up the wood goals by quite a bit. It's actually going to be best. Too late for Banana Slime. Not enough bananas left to make use of it. Crocod's and Foreman's Island. We got 2 warps, we take it. Oh, no, wrong way. Almost fell off the cliff there. Okay, again, positioning is going to matter here. Let's make sure we can loot it. And then we've got treasure. Apple juice, here we go. Let's make sure we have apple juice capacity, which is extended every time we collect more. I actually think we want more energy at this point as well. I actually think we might want to go better inhaling at this point, even though we're spending so many chips, but that's okay. Now, Mechanekal Village, yeah, we'll just go back.
Should we go there?
Oh, bit of overkill here on the terrain. We've got over 1,000% on them now, which is nice. I guess we had the buff from being above them in elevation as well to help us that time. Do we have the melon buff at this point? I don't think we do, but we'll go for this anyway. And then we'll smash some concrete in a moment. Let's figure out what we can do here first. Here we go. Elephant Forager, obviously, I would say. Yeah. Now, we have no warp, so I need to figure out where we can find some concrete close by. If we can just get out of here. Then, let's see what we can smash up. Okay, and then, oh yeah, we got more juice, so let's extend that. We'll just continue going for something here until we find a good spot. So that's going to be our last banana reroll. We might get something right here if we are fortunate. And indeed we will. Let's make sure we do not get health. That's the only thing. Champ is still looking pretty good at this point. Then this one will also work out. Perfect place to be by the grow tone, actually, as round 10 rolled over. What is the current objective? Concrete. Okay. Let's figure this out. There's a couple of locations. I'm just trying to remember. There's this up here, for instance. We can just maybe go calling against that, and I can see it, so let's just take it. Okay. Oh, we'll just go snake. And then, yeah. That's all there is to it. Now, do we want to go down below? Well, we can always port back out. Of these 3, that's the one. Use barrel cannon. Well, right here. I mean, we just got a very fortunate sequence here of objectives that all chained into each other very nicely. Smash some stone. That's an elephant problem.
Cleared it.
And we'll continue hoarding. It's working out at this point, so. Ozoids over here. Let's just port.
Should we go there?
And remember that we want some elevation gain for it.
I knew we could do it.
And yeah, let's just go chip negotiator. We actually haven't filled up our hearts despite all the vacuuming that I've been doing, so. Oh, got some melon juice going. And then banana down there if we want it. There we go. Giving me lungs, that's good. We've been putting that off a little bit. Apple Hunter will be useful, actually. Let's get our health back in order. Then let's maybe release the melon cap a little bit too. Just in case we get a bonus for it. Now, objective is right up here, so we'll just go for it now. Oh, could have taken barrel cannon, but that's okay. Oh, whoops. That was a mistake. I actually did not mean to trigger that. That's okay, we got the round done and our barrel's back, so. Yeah, not quite in the clear for round 15 yet, but we'll get there. Where's my objective? There we go. Got 1,000% of these. Whoops. Back in action.
Cleared it.
There we go. 2 more. Fractonium right here. And at this point, long range forager. Well, I mean, we're throwing things anyway. Just might not be doing a whole lot of smashing with it, but maybe we underrate that sometimes. We might as well just go turnip greens at this point. Not that I've pulled the turnip at all at this run, but doesn't hurt. And yeah, melon cap continues, so let's just extend it. Oh, look at that. Convenient objective right here. Okay, finally getting decent percentages. Well, we're building towards apple collection at this point, so... And we are at full health, so it makes sense. And we have the balloon buff as well, so... At this point, we just vacuum up the map the way we usually like to do as Elephant in late game, and things should go alright, so... below Click-Clack Smokestack is next. Let's grab some treasure first, and we'll continue to consider that. Got a lot to loot before we go anywhere. Lots to loot. We'll take advantage of some of these warps before we reload the round here, but other than that, we'll... Oh, back here. Okay, we'll just jump it.
Should we go there?
Now, what was the one to my left? Or right? Better sonar. Oh, it's right here. Not completely over the line yet, but we should be on pace. As long as we roll objectives and get a few more fights. Okay. And at this point, I think we just go more treasure. Since we're going for the elephant everywhere anyway. Where was this one? It's inside the tube. We're not going for it. Let's go to the fossil. It's over here. A long ways out, but we'll take it. From the terrace.
Should we go there?
Okay. Same idea as usual. We want some elevation gain here for an added bonus, but it's okay. Can't always be too picky here. Let's just go for speed. And this is starting to stack up nicely. Not too many percentage points, but this makes more sense. Given that that's just going to continue accumulating. Let's get out of here before I fall off a cliff by eliminating too much floor or something. And that's really close by. Let's just go for it. Except I'm almost out of juice here, so... Okay. At this point, more storage groove is going to be another 100%. We'll take it. And just blow up everything we can. There are a few crocodiles just fighting the open here too, I think. Or stompoids, rather. No, we don't want hearts. So, almost made that mistake. That we warned of quite a while ago. And yeah, there are enough enemies out in the open that a lot of combat-based strategies work out here. Potentially. And we'll port somewhere else. Let's see.
Should we go there?
Okay, here we go.
We got a skill back.
The nice thing about having Snake is that it synergizes well with digging yourself too deep a hole as the elephant.
I knew we could do it.
Have a chunk and turf served. Yeah, we'll find a place for it. Not the most convenient map for it. But we do have elephant to just surf wherever, so. Lots of balloons to scale with at this point. Oh, there's another enemy to fight. Double stacked Krogoid, giving me a plus 3,000. That's not bad. Now we're pretty secure at this point, as long as I don't take massive damage all of a sudden. Let's just surf a little bit. As long as we don't fall off too many cliffs here. And yeah, we're over quota, so we'll be fine. This is securely going to be a win. So we could just mess around a little bit at this point. Let's not grab the heart, of course. And just get into a couple fights if we want. Don't really even need to think about that remaining objective. We don't want to, but yeah, fourth barrel is way overkill. But maybe we should have taken it, but let's just see what we can do. I should at this point prioritize taking things that I have not taken before among perks, but I actually don't have a very good memory for what remains to be taken on the board. We're missing a couple of the zebra and ostrich ones just from not having situations where they're useful, so. For example, I don't know if I've ever actually taken Squirrel Forager, so we might as well take it since I'm not sure. I'll check the list afterwards, but the list only shows them by icon, and so I can't always recognize what has been taken and what hasn't. For instance, I don't know that we've taken Meteor Rain, so good. Yeah, at this point we can just afford to mess around suboptimally and just try to build the board how we can. Rolliscoids. Let's find out where they are. There we are.
Should we go there?
Okay, decent percentage. About 1,000-ish. It's okay. We've done better. Are there more here that we didn't see? No, that's in a different location. Mechanekal Village. Let's get back.
Should we go there?
Let's see if we can get the kills before we're done here. Can we? Not quite. But we're well over the line for the completion.
We did it! We're amazing!
So second try on this one. That's happened a few times with a few of the giant sprawling layers like this, but we managed. And that's an A rank.
You did great!
So in terms of our actual solution to this, well, it's the same that we go for whenever it's available, which is just go elephant and vacuum up everything in sight and then use it in conjunction with things like fastball to just run elephant and throw stuff. It's worked for so many different layers when you actually draw into it. And so Lonely Heart was kind of the MVP here, actually. As long as we had the discipline to not take hearts this time, unlike the first run when we made a bit of a disaster out of it immediately. And of course, not knowing where to go with that, Happy Heart or Lonely Heart, well, Happy Heart just kind of gave us a bit of a passive background buff to that, even if we weren't really specializing in it. Ship Thief also, I think, made a pretty big impact here, and the early trade that we did turned out to be fine with the Smelting Green. About halfway through the run. A little bit premature, but it gave us, again, a sizable safety net for when objectives weren't really lining up very conveniently, so... in the end, I think that worked out. And it does give us the magic wallet. We don't know what that is, but we'll find out in a future run. It's something chip related. And so yeah, every time we come back in here to this game, we seem to progress just a little bit further on the list. And with so many of the monthly events still incoming, we'll just steadily work our way up to that 10k on the side whenever we finish the events with plenty of time to spare, as we've been doing every time. So I'm not going to try again, but I do want to look at my perk list for just a moment here so we know what's going on. So we filled in a lot for the first time at this point. We're still missing something egg bomb related, and I don't exactly know what. This one here is new, of course, so we haven't had a chance at it yet. Can we actually see what this is? No, because we haven't selected it. And then something else is locked behind one of the additional point cards, so we're very close to unlocking everything. This one is only available in Radiance Layer, because you basically have to get both the light and the dark equivalents. And so until we play Radiance, we will not actually have access to that. I think that's true for some of these ones too. They're definitely dependent on the enemies that are available on the field. So between the Ostrich Egg Bomb one and the Radiance Layer enemies, and if I can recall what this one even is, and anything new that we simply haven't had a chance to see yet, we'll be able to fill in the list in short order as well, I think. So that's Canyon up to 5. Canyon will not be the next event so far as I know, but the practice is certainly valuable in its own right. So at this point, we're still in need of level 5 for, as I was saying before, Tempest, Radiance, and Feast, and we've got to push level 6 and 7 on pretty much everything other than DK Island. So lots and lots remains to be done in this game. Even though I've kind of doubled my playtime already almost in the main adventure. I think we did the main adventure Bonanza back in July of last year in 14 streams. I think we've already done 12 streams of just pure Emerald Rush. Of varying times. I mean, some of these have been on the shorter side just because we get through the objectives quickly, but it just goes to show how interesting this mode has remained with or without the challenges. That there has been so much to try our hand at over here, and much more we'll need to optimize and learn when it comes to map knowledge if we're pushing 6 or 7 at a later point, because we've had a couple of close shaves here even on 5. And it hasn't always been the cleanest. So, I actually don't remember where Espresso wound up. Probably close to wherever On Guard was. And I don't remember where On Guard was. We know where the new Ostrich Bonanza statue was. It ended up close to Kong Bonanza. Yeah, we can just roll around a little bit and take a look at where we spawned everything in. This was from some of the previous events related to other games, to Jungle Beat and Tropical Freeze, respectively. But the other character-specific statues from the events, I don't quite recall. But I would assume Espresso got placed around On Guard's position. It just makes too much sense for that. Did we never build... Oh no, this is just the Architectone statue. There's a little bit more over here too. Over in this side of the gallery. This is Elevator's Elevator family. Should you wish to teleport there. Then we've got the N64 DK crew over here. So then where was On Guard and its Espresso? We'll find out. It actually did say when I filled in the objectives earlier, but we've already forgotten, so. Well, we'll find him. Might be up on the next level by the hut, perhaps. Let's just take a look. Hey, DK. Okay, yeah, here they are. Because naturally, by the DK hut, this is where we're going to get the Donkey Kong Country cast. And I'm sure it will steadily fill in the rest of the companions as they come in as well. Maybe including some of the ones from DKC2 as well, given that they also show up with the fossils. But yeah. Finally got Espresso going. Just like old times. I guess we'll get Winky at some point, the frog. I don't know when we'll get that. But maybe it makes sense when that comes in with... well, not Snake Bonanza, because Snake Bonanza would naturally give you the DKC2 snake. But there will be some reason, I think, as the other events fill in, that will eventually get even more of the classic cast and country. We're done for today, though. That's going to be all that we look at on today's stream. Like I said, next Emerald Rush event is going to be further off than usual. It's scheduled for 6 weeks from now at the end of March, beginning of April, so we will definitely be back for that then, but we'll be looking at a lot of other content in the meantime, and probably holding off and returning to Emerald Rush until that point, unless we really want to fill in a couple of additional runs in the schedule. So we'll leave off for now and let Pauline snap her fingers as we bid farewell to DK Island once more. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Best wishes with the event in your own right if you happen to be running it. And until we meet again at our next destination, have a wonderful time with everything that you may be playing or making. And as always, fare thee well.